Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Basketball season is upon us. Last time you saw us, we were nearing the end of football season, but it wouldn't be another basketball broadcast without my co-host this evening, Jeff McCormick. How we doing?
Isaiah Dobbins, we are doing good, feeling good, ready to get started on another basketball season here. I played with the Isaiah Dobbins Izzy D intro, but I just think I'm too old to pull that one off.
It's all right. We'll work on it.
Yeah, we want to welcome everybody to another edition of Backroads Broadcasting here with the Rock Creek Mustangs hosting the Clay Center Tigers tonight. We have a few minutes before game time gets going, so we're going to get started with our girls pregame show.
Varsity Girls pregame brought to you by Farmers State Bank, celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you're looking for a new home, you need to meet the team at Farmers State Bank. They're ready to help you make the move. Make the move today and go to bankwithfarmers.com. NMLS number 403435.
Yeah, and as we get started here on this pregame show, we're going to start off right away by talking about some of the preseason rankings that just came out this week. As you can see there, Bishop Miege, number 1. That's their 4-time 4A Girls State champion. They are the team to beat this year. Number 2, Wamego, we'll be seeing them later this year. 3, McPherson, they were the runner-up last year. That's who beat out Rock Creek in the sub-state. Number 4, Huguenon. 5, Andale. 6, Eudora. 7, Wellington. And look at there, number 8 and 9 right now. Rock Creek Lady Mustangs sitting at number 8 in the preseason rankings, and Clay Center Tigers number 9. So here we got a matchup of the preseason number 8 and 9 tonight. So interesting matchup early on. Of course, a lot of that's going to be based off of last year's results, not so much this year's teams, and both teams kind of have some holes they need to fill.
The Rock Creek girls finished 13-8 last year with a couple big wins over Riley County as well as a very good Rossville team. They got off to a hot start going 9-1 in their first 10 games, then was a little inconsistent going down the stretch. Their season came to an end against McPherson in Sub-State. McPherson, a very good team, finished 22-3 and eventually the state runner-up behind 4A state champs and dominant Bishop Miege. They did, however, win one matchup against Clay Center in what would be the last non-conference game between the two, as Rock Creek is set to join the North Central Kansas League next year, making this a home and a home series annually.
Yeah, that's right. So last non-conference game between these two before Rock Creek joins the NCKL. Clay Center girls last year finished 11-10. They also had a couple good wins, one against Riley County and at Chapman. They also beat a very, very good 2A Remington team. Chapman did get their revenge in Sub-State, though, ending the Tigers' season in Sub-State. But that was last year. We talked about the preseason rankings for this year. So let's talk about this year's teams here where we got a few minutes left. You know, Rock Creek, again, number 8 preseason ranked team. Lost 5 seniors off of that team from last year, as well as 3 other players with some playing time and experience. So they're going to be looking for a new identity this year and basically a new floor leader. Mustangs won't be lacking any height, though, this year. They'll be able to see if they can translate more of that into some points in the paints, but that's yet to be seen. Returning players are going to be seniors Brooklyn Plummer, Peyton Rottinghouse, both 5'9" forwards looking to establish some presence in the paint. Also returning is 5'7" junior point guard Hadley Rimpey. She's easily their primary ball handler, and the engine's going to run that team. But looking for some other contributions with my freshman heavy-laden team.
And I think one of the things they need to go back to that they had success last year was their ability to shoot beyond the arc. I mean, we were looking at a women's Golden State Warriors team last year a little bit, living by the 3 and dying by the 3 as well. Yeah,
live and die by the 3, that's for sure. Clay Center kind of in the same boat right now. Rock Creek, they lost 4 seniors and 2 others from last year's team. Very similar to Mustangs' style of play. They're looking to build off their second-year coach Dalton Heiss system. Got 3 juniors going to be leading the way with the Tigers. 5'11" Reagan McDonald, 5'7" Ayla Johnson, and 5'7" Jamie Crimmins. And again, very similar teams, very similar matchup. We're going to see that in both the girls and the boys tonight. So before we get going in here, let's talk about tonight's routes to victory. There you saw Max Motors route to victory. Routes to victory powered by Max Motors of Manhattan, worth the drive from anywhere. For the Mustangs, or for the Rock Creek Mustangs, they want to protect that ball. They got one ball handler right now. Want to box out, get that defensive rebound, keep those second chance opportunities from happening, and really expand the floor on the offense to stretch out the Clay Center Tigers defense.
For the Tigers, it'll be that high-pressure defense, getting turnovers and getting runs out in transition. Quick passes on offense and transition quickly. Like you said, Judd, this should be a good matchup here tonight, number 8 and number 9. This reminds me of good old March Madness when you get that 3-4 seed, 1 and 2. We'll see. We are just moments away here from the starting lineups for tonight's matchup.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Little Rock for tonight's basketball contest between the Clay Center Lady Tigers and your Rock Creek Mustangs. Tonight's contest is sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and is under the auspices of its Rule 52. Simply put, if you are in the building, you are expected to act in a sportsmanlike manner. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the Lady Tigers, a 5'6" senior, number 2, Sarah Beth Martin.
For the Tigers, number 2, Sarah Beth Martin. And for the Mustangs, number 11, Hadley Rempe.
For the Lady Tigers, a 5'8" freshman, number 14, Lily Edwards.
For the Tigers, number 14, Lily Edwards.
For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'7" junior, number
For the Mustangs, number 10,
Dorothy.
Aislinn Rottinghouse.
For the Lady Tigers, a 5'7" junior, number 23, Janae Crimmins.
For the Tigers, number 23, Janae Crimmins.
For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'11" senior, number 42, Ella.
For the Mustangs, number 42, Ella Rhodes.
For the Lady Tigers, a 5'7" junior, number 32, Ayla.
For the Tigers, number 32, Ayla Johnson.
For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'9" senior, number 34.
For the Mustangs, number 32, Peyton Rottinghouse.
For the Lady Tigers, a 5'11" junior, number 34, Reagan McDonald.
For the Tigers, number 34, Reagan McDonald.
For the Lady Mustangs, a 5'5" junior, number 33, Macy.
For the Mustangs, number 33, Macy Clark.
The Lady Tigers are coached by Norton Heiss, assisted by Mike Rolfus and Robert Moran. The Lady Mustangs are coached by Adam Hunter, assisted by Jessica Roach and Alice Knapp.
So we'll take a short intermission for the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You never know at these games whether they're going to do it for the girls. I know there's going to be one later on for the boys' game. It's going to be sung by a couple senior girls. It's kind of hit and miss sometimes. I've never understood why they don't do one for the girls' game.
The Joker and the Thief playing right now. I mean, are we at Flush, Kansas, or Bramlage Coliseum?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Do.
No, it should be a fun night of basketball here at the season opener for the Mustangs. Just moments away from tip-off. And Johnson will control the tip, and the Tigers are underway. That's Johnson kicking it to the corner. That's Martin. Back up top to Crimmins. Edwards skip pass back to Martin. Guarded by Rempe. Good spacing here for the Tiger offense. Johnson, top of the key, dishes it down low. Well defended here by the Lady Mustangs. Early pass inside, we're into a foul. That'll send number 23 to the line, Janae Crimmins, for 2.
Yeah, long sequence there where, we talked about spreading the floor for the Mustangs, but really the Tigers had the floor spread, and Mustangs are doing a good job of defense keeping them out.
First free throw, no good. And one thing we saw last year with this Lady Mustang team was a mixture. You know, they would come out in man-to-man defense, and then they would switch it up to zone as of late. Second free throw, no good. Rebound controlled by Peyton Rottinghouse. Here come the Mustangs. Rempe inside to Rhodes. It's back on the wing. Rottinghouse top of the key, fires a three, no good. Rebound controlled by number 14, Lily Edwards. Here come the Tigers now, dumps it inside. Layup, no good. Tipped out to Martin. Martin's gonna fire a three, short. And another rebound for Rottinghouse. And it looks like they're gonna get Crimmins in on the reach.
Yeah, both teams starting a little cold here to start out with. Not too surprising. First game of the year. Both teams really young teams, not a lot of experience. So trying to just establish a rhythm and getting into the flow of the game. I think once that starts happening, then we'll start seeing the buckets drop.
Here's Rempe guarded by Edwards. Over to Rhodes. Inside for Rottinghouse. And we're going to get her with the foul there.
Yeah, entry pass just a little bit too high. Rottinghouse tried to go for it, but unfortunately just ran into a wall and ended up getting a foul on that. They signaled a charging foul, but yeah, first game of the year for the referees as well. So
here's Crimmins on the wing. Zone look now for the Mustangs. In the corner, pump fakes. They're going to get her with the travel. That's Ayla Johnson. 0-0 score, 6 minutes remaining here, first quarter. Rempe gets the offense set up for the Lady Mustangs. Here's Rottinghouse on the wing. Rempe drives baseline and stepped out of bounds. Tiger basketball.
yeah, so again, here we are a couple minutes in, and both teams still kind of cold, still trying to find their way. But offense is running into the motion. They're seeing the shots they want, but I think they're trying to find a little bit better shot here early on, passing up maybe some good looks that they'll probably end up taking later on. You talked about last year. They weren't afraid to shoot the three.
Wing three for Crimmins, no good. Good try on the second effort by Martin. Possession arrow will go to the Mustangs. 5:25 remaining here, first quarter.
Mustangs have actually only gotten one shot versus the three that Clay Center's gotten so far, but the number of shots won't matter as much as who actually starts making the shots, but there's another turnover by the Mustangs.
Here's Martin, fires a three on the wing, no good. Rebound controlled by Aislinn Rottinghouse. Here's Rempe, kicks it to Clark, down low to Rottinghouse, draws the double team, kicks it back out to Aislinn. Aislinn fires a three, no good. Rebound will go to Crimmins. So a defensive chess match, if you will, here as of late in the first quarter. And Lily Edwards going to spot up a three. Takes the lid off the basket, and the Tiger offense strikes first. A little bit of a miscue there on the defensive side of things for the Mustangs. Lily Edwards wide open, top of the key.
This first break in action is going to be brought to you by Shortstop.
On top of the key.
This first break in action is going to be brought to you by Shortstop. Shortstop offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations through Kansas, including Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you're going or how long it takes you to get there, you've always got time for a Shortstop.
Before we know it, we will be in softball and baseball season. Before we know it here, it seemed like football season flew by, but home opener here for the Mustangs.
The whole year's flown by. Here we are, the last day in November. We've already had
right.
Thanksgiving.
That's right. So 3-0, 4:30 remaining here. Here's the pass up court to number 0 of the Mustangs. That's Lucy Martini. Hadley Rempe fires a three. We're all knotted up at 3 here, or mark that as a 2 there, excuse me. Zone look for the Mustang defense. Here's a skip pass to Martin. Good ball movement here by the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like during that break, both 0 Lucy Martini and number 21 Brooklyn Plummer checked in for the Mustangs.
Here's Crimmins on the inbounds.
It's like 24 Sarah Smith just came in for the Tigers.
Dangerous pass there, corralled by Edwards. Into the corner, dumps it inside, power dribble. Layup no good. And Tigers another offensive rebound. Here's Crimmins on the wing. Tries to dump it inside. Nice save there. Call that a pass. Good try there by Ayla Johnson to extend the play. 3:26 remaining here, 1 point lead for the Tigers. Rempe gets the offense set up for the Mustangs. Over to Rottinghouse on the wing. Here's Plummer, top of the key. To Martini. Back up top to Rottinghouse. Good spacing and ball movement by the Mustangs. Tries to get it inside to Rottinghouse. That is tipped out of bounds by Janae Crimmins, number 23. 3 minutes remaining here, first quarter. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 22, Ellie Prather. Here's Rempe on the inbounds. Gets it inside to Plummer. Plummer draws the triple team. Loose ball on the floor. And possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looked like in that last break, number 22 checked in for Clay Center Tigers. That's Candace Lippy as well. So both teams make moves. Cold start, trying to find the 5 that's going to put the ball in the basket.
It's a dangerous pass that's stole by number 24, Sarah Smith. We'll get Prather on the foul there.
Yeah, that's not a terrible foul. I mean, it's early on in the game. Giving up a surefire basket, not even giving them an opportunity for 1-on-1. So both kind of battling for the ball there, kind of some hand checking, but ultimately it looks like Prather was called for the foul.
Just off the hands of Clark. Into the corner, Edwards. Back up top to Lippy. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Nice jump shot there, no good for Edwards. And we're going to have a foul on the Tigers there. That'll be on Lippy, her first. Team second. 2:25 remaining here, first quarter.
Still 3-2 game.
3-2 game.
It's like a combined 6 turnovers between the two teams right now.
Here's Martini, dumps it inside to Rhodes. Rhodes draws the double team, tries to get to Prather. Loose ball on the floor. We're going to have another jump ball, and this time it'll go to the Tigers.
Yeah, that was one of the routes to victory we talked about early on for the Mustangs. Protect the ball. Right now they're struggling just a little bit to do that.
And to add on to what you said there, Judd, I think they have the right ideas on offense. Just got to clean up those passes a little bit. They're getting good looks inside, but
the reaction time is about a half a second too late. They see the look, but by the time they can make the pass, it's already, the passing lanes have already been filled.
3-point bomb for Lily Edwards is good.
She's got all 6 of the Tiger points right now on 2 3-pointers.
And they're going to get Rempe with the travel there.
So that's the 5th turnover by the Mustangs early on here in the game. Just a minute 44 left in the first quarter.
Here's Edwards now. Back to Lippy. Skip pass over to Martin. High-low for the Tigers. Tipped away by Prather, but they're going to get her with the foul. That'll be her second, team 4th. Group substitution for the Mustangs. Aislinn and Peyton Rottinghouse checking in for the Mustangs. Lob inside to number 34. No good. Rebound by Smith. Dangerous pass to Rempe. Edwards is all over. We're going to have another jump ball. And possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs here. From a defensive standpoint, the Tigers are winning this game with hands in passing lanes, hustling on the floor for loose balls. That pass is stolen by Smith.
Yeah, not terribly unexpected for the first game of the year. Again, you know, some of these teams only had a week or two to practice, and then with the holiday break last week, really still trying to get their basketball legs under them, so to speak. There's a good wide shot by the camera there. See the whole floor. See how Clay Center's really got the floor spread out there, trying to find those lanes for the Mustang zone defense.
Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Edwards pump fakes, fires another three. 3 for 3 from downtown for Lily Edwards. 7-point lead now for the Tigers. Entry pass to Rhodes over to Rottinghouse. Here's Martini on the wing. Rottinghouse on the wing. Dumps it into Peyton Rottinghouse. Pump fakes, dribbles, shot goes up, no good. And it'll be Tiger basketball. And that'll go on Peyton Rottinghouse, team 5th, her 2nd.
Yeah, 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, so she's probably going to be seeing a lot of the bench for the rest of the first half, maybe.
First free throw for Edwards is good. And this Tiger offense doing all the right things to kind of beat that Mustang zone. Getting the ball to the middle, finding the high-low action as they have an 8-point lead here. 9 seconds remaining. Here's Rempe to Martini. 6 seconds remaining. Turnover. Edwards has a full court ahead of her. 1 second. Drives in. Loses it. And after 1, 10-2 your score.
Go ahead.
This break in the action is brought to you by Faith Furniture, serving the Manhattan and the surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the values, selection, knowledge, and family experience for all of their customers. Whether you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or just looking for the perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you gotta have faith. So, uneventful first half there,
Yeah,
scoring-wise, but defensively, Tigers turned up the intensity, coming away with at least 8 steals that first quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, so not a terribly clean game, but we'll see what the Mustangs do. Let's go ahead and roll into a basket or bandit brain teaser here. Sorry, I had baskets on my mind since there wasn't many in that first quarter.
All right, new season, new me. I'm going.
Here we go.
4 for 4.
What year did Kansas high school girls first compete in basketball? Was it A, 1909, B, 1922, C, 1948, or D, 1972? And we'll have that answer for you here later on in the second quarter at halftime. Let you think about that for a little bit.
I'm going to go C.
Let you think about what you've done.
Here's Plummer on the inside. Bucket is good. Mustangs strike first here, second quarter, narrowing lead to 6 points. Here come the Tigers now. Inside to McDonald. She'll be fouled. It's kind of how the Tigers offense has started this evening, playing through Reagan McDonald down there on the post. First free throw rattles in for McDonald.
You know, eventually you're going to have to find somebody in the paint there. Somebody's going to have to come out and guard Lily Edwards, who had all 10 of the Clay Center Tigers' first quarter points.
Second free throw is good for McDonald. Perfect from the charity stripe. Here's Rottinghouse. Ahead to Frazee. Frazee jumper, no good. Rebound will go to number 22, Candace Lippy. She advances, loses the ball. Controlled by McDonald. Pass inside's tipped. Controlled by Plummer. Now, here come the Mustangs. Trailing by 8 here, 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Here's the entry pass to Rhodes. Frazee fires a 3, got it. Kylie Frazee from deep.
She wanted to establish her presence early.
Agreed.
Much needed three-pointer by the Mustangs there, bringing it back to within 5 here. 6:50 left to go in the second quarter.
Mustangs coming back out in the 2-3 zone. Martin inside to McDonald, has it poked away, controlled by Plummer. Here's Rempe, drives in, kicks to Frazee again. Three-pointer, rattles out. Rebound will go to number 32, Ayla Johnson. Ahead to Martin. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Here's Crimmins on the wing. Skip pass inside. Crimmins will get it. Jumper, got it. Lead back up to 7 now for the Tigers. Here's Rottinghouse. Tries to get inside to Plummer. That'll be stolen by Lippy. Drives in. Layup no good. Offensive rebound. And it'll stay with the Tigers. Group substitution for both teams now. Peyton Rottinghouse and Lucy Martini checking back in for the Mustangs. Here's Johnson to Edwards. Over to Martin. Martin's going to fire a 3 this time. Good. 3 for 3 from downtown for the Tigers. 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Excuse me.
Lily Edwards 3 for 3. Martin 1 for 1. Actually, Martin's 1 for 3. Sorry, she popped a couple in the first quarter that did not go down, but they got some three-point shooters. Another turnover there by the Mustangs.
Here's Johnson, drives in, layup. No good. She'll be fouled. That'll send number 32, Ayla Johnson, to the line for 2. Tiger lead up to 10 now. Biggest lead of the game for the Tigers. First free throw no good for Johnson. Just a little over 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. And we're going to have a lane violation there on the Mustangs. So Johnson gets a second try.
It's a second chance here. I don't think we want to give any of the shooters for Clay Center a second chance right now. They're starting to warm up. They can't make them pay for it.
Another rebound by Rottinghouse. And one thing, Mustangs are kind of looking a little lackadaisical in the transition here. They're waiting to get it to their guard instead of advancing it up the floor, trying to get some fast break buckets.
Yeah, the Mustangs probably only have one true ball handler, and that's Hadley Rempe right now. So I think they want to make sure they can get the ball to her. I think everybody else is probably just a little uncomfortable with it right now. That may change later on in the season, but right now she's the only experienced guard they had coming back from last year's team. So I think that's pretty much been the directive, is get it to Hadley, get it up to court, and get your offense set.
Here's Edwards. Skip pass to Martin. Martin drives baseline. Have
bench warning on the Mustangs there.
Still Tiger basketball.
I think Coach Plummer was looking for a charge with the elbow there. The number 2 Martin kind of put in and pushed off there, but referees never like the help from a coach. I've learned that plenty of times in my own days.
Here's Martin, top of the key, over to Edwards. It's Crimmins. Looking inside. Edwards fires a 3, no good. Rebound will go to Rempe. Fires it up to Martini. Tries to hit cutting Prather, and another turnover for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, it's 10 turnovers here in the first half alone right now for the Mustangs. So, again, the timing's just off a little bit. The idea is there, but they're just a half a beat behind. Even there, it's like we saw the open player, went to throw the ball, but it was past them, behind them. So, again, that's inexperience. That's young players. That's early on in the season. That will get cleaned up, but certainly Coach Plummer would like to see the turnover cease right here.
And it's not like they're making bad passes. They have the right idea. It's just they got to put a little more mustard on that pass there. Crimmins fires a 3 short. And kind of a foul on the Tigers there. And
it's not always the speed of the pass either. Sometimes it's, I always talked about it last year all the time. My favorite pass was a bounce pass. You're throwing a regular straight pass right into the hands or arms of a hand in the passing lane. So, it's the right pass sometimes, the touch pass. It's part of the experience of getting out on the floor and learning from your mistakes.
I think part of that, too, nice pass inside to Rottinghouse. They're going to get here with a double dribble. One of the things I was going to add to that there, Judd, is coming to meet the pass as well. See the ball. You're obviously having a defender on you. Going to meet the pass goes a long ways, too. But for the Mustangs, double-digit turnovers here in the first half and only being down 10. Clean up a few things and then get back in this ball game. Nice entry pass into McDonald. Gets her own rebound. No good. Rebound will go to Frazee. Here's Rempe now, driving in. Kicks it out to Aislinn Rottinghouse. Fires a 3. No good. And second chance for the Mustang offense. Rottinghouse drives in, has it tipped by the Tigers. Mustang ball on the baseline.
Yeah, so you got to think at some point in time for Aislinn Rottinghouse that's her third three-pointer she shot. Clearly she's a three-point shooter. She must normally make it at a pretty good rate. Coach wants her to shoot it, so you got to think that those are going to start dropping for her eventually.
Here's Frazee. It's a cutting Prather over to Rottinghouse. Nice move. Layup, no good. She'll be fouled. Head to the line for 2. And those are the looks that they were trying to get the first quarter.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game. One of the things that they have to do is protect the ball, but expand that floor, try to spread that defense out, and try to find those lanes. And there they did it.
First free throw is good for Rottinghouse. Cuts the lead down to 9 for the Mustangs. 2 minutes and 48 seconds here left in the second quarter.
Got a whole slew of changes coming in here. Brooklyn Plummer in, Ella Rhodes in, looked like Macy Clark in for the Mustangs. And for the Tigers, it looked like, I believe it was Lippy checking back in for the Tigers.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Edwards. Nice hop step, floater, got it. Here's the entry pass into Plummer from Clark. Plummer will be fouled by number 32, Ayla Johnson, her second, team third.
Yeah, check it back in for the Tigers for Ayla Johnson's going to be number 2, Martin.
There's Rottinghouse to Rhodes, over to Plummer. Tries to get it into Rottinghouse. And Clark controls it. 2:18 remaining here, second quarter. Here's Rempe to Rhodes. Rhodes drives baseline. Has it tipped. And possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, like we keep saying, the idea is there. It's good ideas. They're just not quite executing on it. So, I mean, there's definitely some things they're going to talk about at halftime that they're going to want to clean up, but the concept is there for the Mustangs.
Corner three, no good for Rempe. Plummer, fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Edwards. She's off to the races. Drives in again. Nice fake. I'm going to get her with the travel. I don't know about that one. It looks like she took 2 steps to me, but obviously I'm not an official. So
they don't want our help either.
Here's Clark on the wing. Rottinghouse to Plummer to Rempe. She's going to fire a 3. No good. Rebound Rhodes. Back out to Rottinghouse. Back into Rhodes. Rhodes, nice seal. Bucket and 1.
You know, I talked about in the pregame, the Mustangs aren't going to lack in sizing. They have several players. You know, they have 3 starters right now that are over 5'9". Maybe they need to work on that inside just a little bit more. They're getting the defender sealed off there. They're finally getting that entry pass where they want it. Ella Rhodes puts a bucket in, gets the foul.
Rebound by McDonald. Minute 20 remaining here, second quarter. Here's Crimmins. Skip pass over to Martin. To Edwards. Inside to a cutting Smith. Edwards going to fire another 3, no good. Rebound controlled by Clark. 1 minute remaining. Here's Rempe driving in. Nice pass to Rhodes. Rhodes layup good. 4-0 run now for the Mustangs here as they cut the lead down to 7. 45 seconds remaining. Here's second quarter. Edwards over to Martin. Crimmins top of the key. Edwards corner. Looking for McDonald. Skip pass over to Martin. She'll fire a 3.
That deep one.
Short. And pass tipped out of bounds by number 21, Brooklyn Plummer. Lucy Martini checking back in for the Mustangs.
Yeah, bit of a scuffle underneath the basket, but ultimately the ball out on Rock Creek Mustangs. Clay Center controls it with 22 seconds left.
Crimmins will fire a 3 from the wing. No good. Rebound will go to Rottinghouse. 15 seconds remaining. Here's Rempe into the corner. That's Martini. 7 seconds. 5. Rempe has it, drives baseline, kicks it out. Pass is tipped. Crimmins will fire it from half court. And that'll take us to halftime.
Back in my day, that probably should have been a dead ball the minute it hit the basket support after it went off of Clay Center's hand. But
right.
That'll bring us to the end of the first half. The end of the first half is going to be brought to you by Farmer State Bank. Farmer State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you have a student looking for financial independence and they want to get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmer State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account plus $25 cash each semester with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of their 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmer State Bank, member FDIC, and your equal housing lender.
Happy 125th birthday, Farmer State Bank.
125 years. We're going to take a short intermission. We'll be back here in about 4.5 minutes and recap some of the first half action of the girls basketball game. Stay tuned right here, Back Rows Broadcasting.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Third quarter action is about underway. About 2 minutes left of the halftime break. This break in the action was brought to you by Backroads Broadcasting, and Rock Creek High School Journalism is working harder than ever to bring the action home to you. If you are looking for a live broadcast of your future event or interested in being a sponsor for future events, contact judd.mccormick at brbc.live. Or if you are just going to enjoy tonight's free broadcast and would like to help out BRB or Rock Creek High School Journalism, you can always donate through Cash App, $BRBCL, or Venmo at BRBCL. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, so that first half went by so quick we didn't get a chance to give the answer to the Bandit Brain teaser. If you had quick eyes, though, you may have seen it quickly flash up, but I think Isaiah missed it, so that's all good. But what year
no surprise there.
Yeah, what year did the Kansas high school girls first compete in basketball? Was the A, 1909, B, 1922, C, 1948, or D, 1972? The answer might surprise you.
Drum roll.
I feel like the Christmas Vacation movie.
Wow, I was way off.
1909. Interesting thing about it, yeah. So boys basketball started in 1908. Girls started the very next year. There were first 4 girls teams in that 1909 tournament. That was Beloit, Chanute, Reno County, and Hutch. Beloit winning that championship 15-8 over Chanute. And strangely enough, that only lasted a couple years, and then women's basketball disappeared from the state for about 50 years between the 20s and the 70s.
That was, first game was played, though. That's the early rules of basketball where you had to pass, make a certain amount of passes, couldn't dribble.
Yeah, I mean, you got a rocking high score of 15-8 with Beloit over Chanute, but let's do a little bit of a recap of the first half. So again, Clay Center leading 19-12. Your leading scorers for the Mustangs: Ella Rhodes had 4, Kylie Frazee had 3, Hadley Rempe with 2, Brooklyn Plummer with 2, and Aislinn Rottinghouse with 1. Mustangs only shot 14% from the field, and that's from the three-point line, 35% from the entire field. They did, however, have 11 turnovers. Clay Center with their 19 points. They got led the way there by number 14, Lily Edwards, with 12. Number 2, Martin with 3. And then number 23, Crimmins, and 34, McDonald, 2 each. They're not shooting fantastic from the field either. They're only shooting 27% from the field. However, they are shooting 36.4% from the three-point line, 4 for 11.
And for the Mustangs, I think offensively, got to go back to basics here. Fake a pass to make a pass, you know. And on the other end of the Tigers, just keep getting in passing lanes and running in transition. I can't tell you how many passes that the Mustangs had tipped or stolen, and that led to buckets at the end for the Tigers.
Yeah, fake it and bounce it. Don't be afraid to let that ball bounce a little bit on the passes.
So the Tigers will start with the basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Martin. Tries to find a cutting Johnson, and possession arrow will go to the Mustangs. We'll have the same starters on the floor for both teams.
Yeah, I've talked about it before. You know, you still got a whole half of play. You're actually only down by 7, even though you've turned the ball over a ton of times. You're not shooting particularly well, but neither is Clay Center at this point in time.
Jump shot by Rottinghouse, no good. Rebound by Johnson. And here come Edwards.
Mustangs just need to do one possession at a time, get a stop right here, then bring the ball back to the other end. But got to start on this end. They've switched up to a matchup defense coming out of the zone.
Nice steal by Rottinghouse. Goes up for the layup, just off the glass there. Edwards will control the rebound. Here's Edwards on the drive. Layup no good. Rebound Rottinghouse. And I like the man-to-man matchup now. I think it's a good switch for the Mustangs. I think they can be a little more aggressive on the defensive end. I think in that zone, the Tigers are finding that soft spot, and we're able to have rapid ball movement and get touches inside. Yeah,
and then you got to skip pass to a three-point shooter. They've got several of them for the Tigers, so kind of forcing the Mustangs maybe out of that comfort zone, so to speak, and putting them into that matchup defense.
Here's Clark on the wing. Back up top to Rottinghouse. Over to Rempe. Rempe driving right. Jumper, no good, short. Rebound will go to Edwards. 19-12 your score. 6:30 remaining. There's Crimmins on the wing. Skip pass to Martin. Over to Johnson, inside to McDonald. They're going to get Rhodes with the foul there.
Yeah, that's going to be her second foul, but I don't think the Mustangs changed what they're doing on the defensive end. They're going to go into 2-3 till the ball gets inbounded to try to break out and go into a matchup.
Here's McDonald, jump shot. No good. Off the hands of Clark. And Tiger basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Had her hands up where you wanted to have them on rebound, and it came down low and right off her knee and out of bounds.
Lob pass to McDonald. Jump shot no good. Rebound will go to Rottinghouse. Here's Rempe to Clark. Clark inside to Rottinghouse. Rottinghouse, layup no good. Gets a rebound, and we'll have a foul on the floor here. Wait for the official call. That'll go on Crimmins. That'll be her second, team second. Here's Rempe to inbound. Skip pass out to Clark. Man-to-man look for the Tigers now. Rottinghouse inside to Rhodes, just off the hands. And that'll stay with the Mustangs.
It's a pretty aggressive in pass there into the paint there. Probably a little bit of a touch pass, but again, they'll learn those types of passes as they go along here.
Here's Rottinghouse to Clark. Clark looking for Rhodes, back out to Rempe, over to Rottinghouse. Clark, top of the key, drives in, jumper, no good. And rebound will go to Johnson. Here's Crimmins, advances. And now Martin on the wing. Looking for Edwards. Drives in, and they're going to get her with the travel.
Yeah, Mustangs switched back to a 2-3 zone there. Clay Center had a tough time recognizing it. Didn't really get their offensive set, but coming out of the game is going to be number 21, Brooklyn Plummer for the Mustangs. Ella Rhodes is going to catch her breath. Macy Clark's going to catch her breath.
A little bit of a stalemate on offense for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
I think I'd like to see him do this Clay Center defense coming out in a man-to-man defense. I'd like to see him take a little more chances on offense, driving in, try to find a spot-up shooter on the outside. Get your bigs down low. Here's Crimmins. Layup, no good. Rebound to Rempe. Mustangs have numbers. Nice bounce pass to Plummer. Plummer, left-handed layup, no good. Gets her own rebound. Draws the double team. And she'll be fouled underneath.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to do some kind of a dribble penetration and kick it back out. Mustangs really haven't been looking to do that too much. It's Reagan McDonald's first foul for Clay Center.
Team third. Group substitution for the Tigers.
Checking in is going to be Smith and Lippy.
Here's Rottinghouse to Plummer. Over to Peyton Rottinghouse. She's going to fire a three. Looks good. Is good. Three-point bomb for Peyton Rottinghouse. 4-point lead now for the Tigers.
Yeah, based off of how the Mustangs have played, if you'd have told me that they'd only be down by 4 at this point, I probably would have said you were joking, but they've been doing what they need to on the defensive end. They just need to, they've been getting the stops, but they haven't been getting the baskets on the other end. Right here, they could really make a big difference. They can make this a 1-point game right here.
And said last possession, needed to take a few chances on offense, and Peyton Rottinghouse has passed that shot up at least 2 or 3 times tonight. Pays dividends at the first one there from deep.
That's a bad spot to pick up the ball. Good job for Frazee coming out. And there it is again.
Yep. Rempe now fires a three. No good. Rebound will go to Crimmins of the Tigers. And here comes Edwards. Guarded by Frazee.
Not a bad look. Probably like to have seen her get her feet set just a little bit before she did the shot, but got a good look at the basket, and right now the Mustangs are trying to claw their way back into this.
Here's Johnson, top of the key. Well defended by the Mustangs. Out to Crimmins. She'll get the offense
That's a
set
carry
up for the Tigers. Skip pass. Dangerous pass there, almost stolen by Plummer. She'll come away with it, loses it into the hands of Rempe. 3 minutes remaining here. Third quarter, skip ahead pass to Frazee. Frazee jumper has it blocked, and Tigers will regain possession. Here's Edwards into the front court. 2-on-2 break. Stops, pops, in and out. Rebound controlled by Rempe.
So again, Mustangs get the stop. We're going to get a timeout right here. We're going to get a 30-second timeout by the Mustangs. That timeout's going to be brought to you by Shortstop. Shortstop offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials, the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you're going or how long it's going to take to get there, you always have time for a Shortstop.
So 4-point lead here for the Tigers. About just under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Mustangs clawing back into this one. It'll be Mustang ball on the sideline. Anybody's game here. Biggest lead coming for the Tigers, 10 points. Here's Rottinghouse wide open. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound will go to Smith.
Yeah, I think the Mustangs are starting to get the looks they want. We talked about it. The ball's going to start dropping for them eventually. They just had an abysmal shooting and too many turnovers in the first half.
We're going to have a jump ball between McDonald and Rottinghouse. Possession arrow will stay with the Tigers. Psych, check that. That'll go to the Mustangs.
So again, another empty possession for the Tigers. That's about the sixth straight trip right now. Clinging to a 4-point lead, they have 5 turnovers and a couple other mistakes that's kept them from doing anything. Mustangs have yet to fully capitalize on it, but they could right here.
And a 1-3-1 look now for the Tigers. Rottinghouse, 3 in and out. Mustangs are getting good looks here, firing away on offense. Here's skip pass. Inside to McDonald, has it tipped. Here's Rempe now, going against Edwards. Euro, James Harden style. Oh, missed it. Frazee comes away with the rebound. We're on another jump ball. This time possession arrow will go to the Tigers. Well, I don't know, Judd, if James Harden might be too current of a player for you.
Too current of a player, yeah. Dr. J. No, I'm not quite that era, but. Yeah, hopefully the Mustangs can take advantage of a cold spell that's happening right here by the Tigers. They've yet to get a basket here in the third quarter. We're going to get a timeout here by the Tigers. He's going to take a full timeout. With that full timeout, let's go ahead and bring you our second Bandit brain teaser. As soon as I find it. What is the highest number of points scored by a winning team in Kansas high school girls basketball game? Highest points scored by girls basketball games. Is it A, 94, B, 98, C, 111, or D, 123?
I missed the question. I was talking to.
Highest number of points scored in a girls high school basketball game.
And just of all time, or state of Kansas?
State of Kansas. Highest points ever scored by the winning team in a Kansas high school girls.
By one team or?
By a winning team.
So 1 point, or okay, so not like collective.
This team won. They scored X numbers to win that game.
Okay. Is it over 100?
Stay tuned later on here in the third quarter to find out.
I was talking to one of our producers, Cody. I missed the question. It's probably for the best anyway. My record's not so good.
What'd you tell him? Did you tell him to pan out just a little bit more when it was down on the offensive end? He can't hear me right now. The focus of our production team is in 100% high alert.
Shouts out to them. Do a great job.
So struggle in the third quarter. We've only got 3 total points scored, and that's been by the Mustangs. Clay Center's still looking for their first basket, and we're going to have another turnover. They've already tripled their turnovers here in the third quarter. They only had 3 in the entire first half. So far, they got 7 going on right now in this third quarter. So Mustang defense showed up to play. Still waiting for the Mustang offense to get here.
Minute 30 remaining here, third quarter. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Here's Prather. Pass is tipped, controlled by Johnson. Drives in, she'll be fouled by Prather. I believe that'll be her third foul, team second. I'll send Ayla Johnson to the line for 2. First free throw, no good for Johnson.
Tigers still looking for their first point in the second half. Looks like Peyton Rottinghouse is going to be checking back in for Ellie Prather.
Second free throw for Johnson's good. 5-point lead now for the Tigers. A minute 26 remaining here in the third quarter.
Mustangs still just down by 5. It still could really be anybody's game, but another turnover there by the Mustangs.
Nice save by Johnson ahead to Edwards. Edwards layup good. Lead back up to 7 now for the Tigers. Here's Rempe ahead to Frazee. Frazee drives baseline, kicks it to Rottinghouse. Rottinghouse back to Rempe. Rempe fires 3, top of the key, no good. And that rebound will go to number 22, Candace Lippy. Here's Martin. Thought about it, dumps it inside to McDonald, back out to Martin. 45 seconds remaining. Here's Lippy, top of the key, drives to her left. She's got an open lane to the basket, layup is good. Lead back up to 9 for the Tigers. Here's Frazee, drives, kicks it to Rottinghouse. Rottinghouse drives baseline, floater, no good. Rebound McDonald, 20 seconds remaining. And it looks like the Tigers will hold for last shot here. Here's Martin on the wing, guarded by Rottinghouse. 3 seconds remaining. Johnson inside, layup, no good. She'll be fouled. A third of a second remaining. That'll send number 32, Ayla Johnson, to the free throw line. And the lead back up to 9 for the Tigers. But if you are head coach Dalton Haste, you're probably not too happy with the way they've been shooting free throws this quarter, even though you are up 9, as first free throw for Johnson, no good. Second free throw for Johnson, rattles out. After 3 quarters of play, 24-15 your score. Mustangs got the lead down to 4, but back up to 9 for the Tigers. This break in the action is brought to you by Faith Furniture, serving the Manhattan and the surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience for all of their customers. Whether you're looking for a full arrangement of great-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or you're just looking for the perfect accent to tie the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you gotta have faith. So we'll check in with our unofficial quotation mark statistician over here, Judd. How are we looking?
I'm still doing math. I can tell you that the shooting percentage has not gotten very much better.
That's fair.
Mustangs right now, 2 for 12 from the three-point line, 6 for 28 overall shooting. Tigers right now, 9 for 28 from the field, 4 for 11. They did not shoot a three-pointer in that first quarter, and went 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
And, you know, I'm going to throw another fundamental saying out you here, Judd. But shoot or shoot is what one would say. But Mustangs got to find something here offensively. Had the lead cut down to 4. Peyton Rottinghouse fires a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound by Johnson of the Tigers. And that's not a bad look. Wide open, corner 3. Those will drop. Would
quick.
like to see the Mustangs go a little more inside, try to get some more inside looks at the bucket, but
Yeah, it was very quick pass, quick shot. Tried to catch Tigers napping coming out of that break from the quarter.
Crimmins fires a 3 short. It'll be an offensive rebound for the Tigers. Here's Johnson. Strong take, gets her own rebound. Second chance, third chance bucket, I should say, is good. Largest lead at 11 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Tigers definitely going to be looking to try to put some more offensive
Have a
buckets up into the.
long floater for Rempe, rebounded by Rottinghouse. She'll be fouled. That'll be Mustang basketball on the baseline.
That's going to be Johnson's third foul for the Tigers. 4th team foul, so Mustangs will be in a 1-on-1 situation.
Rempe tries to get it inside to Rhodes. Nice pass to Lippy to Martin. Layup no good. Rebound Rottinghouse. Here's Rempe ahead to Martini. Pump fakes, drives, layup no good. They called a jump ball. She had it rejected initially, but officials will rule it a jump ball here.
Yeah, might have looked like a travel, but yeah, actually got held up and both had possession of it when her feet came back down, so it's going to end up being in Tiger basketball. Tigers looking to expand this to 13 or 14 points with this possession.
Mustangs coming out with some half-court pressure here. Dangerous pass to the middle of the floor, controlled by Lippy. Back out to Martin, has it tipped by Martini. There'll be Tiger basketball on the sideline.
Brooklyn Plummer, number 21, checking back in for the Mustangs. Number 34, Reagan McDonald, checking back in for the Tigers.
Here's Crimmins on the inbound, finds Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. Drives in. Layup no good. Rebound Rottinghouse. Here's Frazee. She advances into the front court. Frazee drives to her right, kicks it to number 5 in the corner. That is Kennedy Whaley. Three-pointer no good. Brooklyn Plummer jump shot, got it. Snaps the cold streak for the Mustangs now. 9-point lead for the Tigers. And Andy Crimmins with the travel there. And one thing we've seen from this Mustang offense, not able to capitalize on the turnovers, you know, whether it be a jump ball or a travel. The Tigers are not really able to capitalize on those turnovers.
Yeah, Tigers have had about 10 empty possessions this time in this second half, and the Mustangs have only really been able to convert on one of those.
Nice pass inside from Whaley to Plummer. Can't get the layup to go. We're going to have a foul on the floor. This one will go against the Mustangs. That'll be on Peyton Rottinghouse, her 4th, team first. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Skip pass over to Martin. Back over to Crimmins. Looking inside for Donald. Johnson jumper, got it. 11-point lead now for the Tigers. Here's Rempe to Frazee. Three-pointer, no good. McDonald comes away with the rebound. And Edwards will get things set up for the offense of the Tigers.
Yeah, time's starting to become a factor now for the Mustangs. Down by 11, but just unable to get a hot streak going on the offensive end. But nice steal there by Plummer.
Here's Rempe, drives to her left, kicks it to Frazee in the corner. Up to Plummer. And Whaley inside to Plummer. She'll be fouled. Martini and Clark checking in for the Mustangs.
Foul's going to be on number 34, Reagan McDonald. Her second foul. Lippy checking back in for the Tigers.
.450 remaining here, fourth quarter. Here's Martini over to Rhodes, to Whaley on the wing. Over to Frazee, drives middle, back out to Whaley. Whaley fires a three, short. Rebound will go to Lippy. 4:30 remaining, and they're gonna get Lippy with a double dribble. Not a bad look from three-point land for the Mustangs on the last possession. Would like to see a little more offensive boards for the Mustangs. Here's Martini on the drive, gets the layup to go. Trims the lead down to 9. About 4 minutes to play here, fourth quarter. Here's Crimmins, guarded by Whaley. Entry pass into Johnson. Johnson looking for McDonald. Back out to Martin. Into Johnson. Power dribble. Layup will go up. And she's going to be fouled. That'll send her to the line for 2. That'll be the second foul on Lucy Martini, team second. Just joining us, just under 4 minutes to play here, fourth quarter. Judd McCormick, Isaiah Dobbins here on Backroads Broadcasting. First free throw for Johnson is good. Extends the lead back up to 10 for the Tigers. Johnson's second free throw, no good. Rebound Rhodes. And I believe we're going to have a lane violation.
I believe that's the second one for the Mustangs tonight. They almost had a third one, but the free throw was actually made, so they didn't call it. So definitely something the Mustangs are going to be working on after tonight's game.
That was a rule that changed here recently, the free throw. It's on the release, not once it hits the rim.
Yeah, so that's actually gone back and forth a couple times. It used to be a release from the ball before it hit the rim back in my day. Then it had to hit the rim, and now they realize that was dumb, so they just have it based off the release again.
Here's into Rhodes.
Nice left-handed hook.
8-point lead now for the Tigers. They need to get number 42, Ella Rhodes, a little more involved in the offensive end.
Yeah, and right now
6 points going into halftime off of second chance buckets. They think they'd like to get her more involved. Here's Crimmins, fires a three, no good. Rebound to Clark. Clark pushing it ahead. Mustangs have numbers here. Here's Whaley in the corner. Drives in, lob pass to Rhodes. Rhodes has it blocked, gets her own rebound, back up. We're gonna have a jump ball. And possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs.
Actually, I think they called a foul. I'm not sure who they called it on at this point in time.
We're going to have a Tiger down here. That'll be Lippy.
Yeah, it'll be Lippy's second foul. Lippy came down maybe awkwardly, so they'll be looked at just off the camera, so we're not going to have that on there. So while we're talking about that, I guess we can talk about the Bandit brain teaser answer there for you while we're waiting for action to start back up again. Question was, what is the highest number of points scored by a winning team in a Kansas high school girls basketball game? And I know you've been thinking about it. Racking your brain. Is it 94, 98, 111, or 123 points?
But go with 123. The biggest answer.
You'd be correct. 123 points by the Lenora Wildcats. They defeated the Herndon Beavers in 1980, 123-37. It's a game out of Cheyenne Conference. Lenora went on to win the 1A State Girls Championship that year. They went 24-2.
Good to see Libby back to her feet. And add on to that, Judd, I would hope that scoring 137 points in a regular season game would make you a favorite to win the state title that year, but, I could be wrong.
Yeah, and that was just regular time. That was no overtimes, no nothing else, so I found that interesting. Lenora Wildcats out of Cheyenne Conference. That's actually my old stomping grounds. I played for a team out of Cheyenne Conference as well, so made many trips to Lenora, Kansas, out there in Norton County. In case you're counting, that's 1 down and 4 over from the top. Other counties.
There we go.
Coming back into action here. 3:13 left to go in the game. Mustangs down 29-21 with possession of the ball.
Frazee into Clark. Clark fires a 3, no good. Thought about it. Here's Edwards guarded by Frazee.
Yeah, I think if you're Clay Center, you want the ball in either Edwards' hands or Johnson's hands. All the points in this game have come from those two.
We have a timeout. Coach Hayes wants to talk things over. Little play on words, hastily called that timeout.
That timeout's going to be brought to you by, let's see.
This Breaking the Action is brought to you by Liming Productions. Based out of St. George, Kansas, Liming Productions is your source for 5-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all of your special moments and compile the story you'll want to watch over and over. Liming Production, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions. Big shouts out to Cody Liming, one of our producers, camera operator, does it all. So approaching crunch time here, fourth quarter, 8-point lead for the Tigers. And said it once, said it again, Mustangs completely not out of this one. Started to catch fire there a little bit on the offensive end. Had a 3-point bomb from Frazee and then a 2-point extra chance bucket from Rhodes. So we know this team could score, and that's one of the things about this game of basketball. You're going to be hot one night, cold the next, but Mustangs claw back into this one.
Yeah, right now they just don't really have a go-to kind of a player right now. Mustangs have a share of the wealth kind of a thing happening right now with points.
Ooh, nice entry pass in there to a cutting Edwards. Misses the floater. Ahead to Whaley. Whaley spots up for 3. No good. Rebound will go to Edwards. 2:30 remaining here, fourth quarter. Another good look for the Mustangs, just unable to capitalize.
Yeah, trying to get some big baskets here. Only 2.5 left to go in the game, so time is definitely a factor.
Ooh.
Tigers caught a break there. I actually think a travel happened prior to the jump ball. But regardless, that ball's coming back to the Mustangs, so it's going to be another turnover by the Tigers. That was a close one right there. Could have gone with either call.
Right as I was about to say that, I was going to say Mustangs looking to turn up the defensive pressure. Lucy Martini comes up with the jump ball. Mustang basketball here, 2:20 remaining. Here's Frazee over to Whaley.
Yeah, Mustangs still with only 1 3-pointer on the night, and that was made by Frazee.
Here's Clark over to Frazee.
I think Tigers are well aware of the 3-point shooter as well.
Guarded by Smith.
She's got to get rid of that ball.
Well defended, drives in to the middle. There'll be a hand check on the Tigers. That'll go on number 2, Sarah Beth Martin.
I believe that's her first foul. So
first foul, team 4th. Be Mustang basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, Mustangs only 2 fouls in this quarter. Even if they want to try to stop the clock, they're going to have to start doing some hand checks of their own. But they need some quick baskets right now. They can't be throwing the ball around. I'd be looking at number 42, just get an easy one in the paint right now.
Clark, jumper, no good.
And if you're the Tigers, there's absolutely no reason for you to press anything at this point in time. You got an 8-point lead, make the Mustangs foul you. They got to foul a lot to try to stop this clock.
Fouls could be a factor here. The Tigers going a little bit dormant on free throws there in the third quarter. I believe 1 for 4 is our unofficial stat there, Judd.
Yeah, and I think right here you're going to want it in Edwards' hands at any point in time because you want, almost another turnover right there by Clay Center, but looked like Martini was just out of bounds. But again, I think you want to get this ball in Edwards' hands and let Edwards just have that all the time. She's your shooter. Her and Johnson have accounted for pretty much all the points in this game. Mustangs not looking to foul, though, still playing regular defense.
Ooh. Looked well defended by Rhodes there. That'll send McDonald to the line for 2. And approaching a minute and a half remaining here for the Mustangs. Down 8 points. Outside shooting hasn't been there this evening for the Lady Mustangs. Would like to see them on the offensive end. get a little more aggressive and trying to get it inside.
Just a little.
First free throw for McDonald is good. 9-point lead now for the Tigers.
So McDonald's got 3 points on the night, all from free throws.
Second free throw for McDonald is good. Perfect from the charity stripe this evening for number 34, Reagan McDonald.
Maybe that's the person you want to have in the hand. Well, she's checking out. Like I say, 4 for 4 for the night. Maybe that's who I want to have the ball in the hand if Mustangs start fouling once they get into shooting.
And here we are, minute 30 remaining. We'd like to see the Mustangs take it to the rack here, be a little more aggressive on these offensive possessions. Clark fires up a jumper, no good. Crimmins comes away with the rebound.
Edwards trying to negotiate a foul there, but Mustangs weren't biting. Here they're going to go ahead and foul in there.
That'll send Sarah Smith to the line.
Shooting 1-on-1. That's going to be...
Get to do the, here in 7 seconds, I get to do the trademark, you know, whenever you go to Bramlage, watch basketball, 1 minute remaining. Except I don't get to do it as good as he does.
I didn't even catch that.
Oh. I was saying, if you've ever gone to a game at Bramlage, the announcer, when there's 1 minute left in fourth quarter, does the, almost like Bruce Buffer's like 1 minute.
1 minute to play.
Yeah. And second free throw's good. 12-point lead now for the Tigers, biggest lead of the game.
Tigers making the free throws when it matters most, for sure. 12-point lead with 1 minute left to play.
That's good, Judd.
Thanks. Nice.
Here's Rottinghouse inside. Back outside to Frazee. Rattles it home. Big three-pointer for the Mustangs. Kylie Frazee from three-point land. This break in the action is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you have a student looking for financial independence to get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmers State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account, plus $25 cash each semester with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of their 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmers State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. So, three-point bomb there by number 1, Kylie Frazee. Take the lid off the basket for the Mustangs. Down by 9 here with just under a minute to play. We will see if the Mustangs can claw back into this one.
Typical high school basketball game, right? Kind of wondering what's happening for 3.5 quarters and things get really, really loud and exciting in the last half of the fourth quarter.
I was going to say up like 10 timeouts in the last minute of the game.
That's any game. That's any game.
But 51.8 seconds remaining here, fourth quarter. Mustangs coming out with some full court pressure here.
Tigers 3 timeouts remaining. Mustangs with 2.
Gets the ball into Crimmins. Ahead to Martin. Martin guarded by Whaley. Inside to McDonald. McDonald layup. Good. That increases the lead to 11 now for the Tigers. Here's Rempe, kicks it into the corner. Frazee fires another 3, no good. Rebound to go to Johnson, 30 seconds remaining. And Edwards has the ball over to Crimmins. 18 seconds remaining. Have a foul by the Mustangs.
Coach would call that a good hard foul. Who is at the line there?
That'll be Janae Crimmins at the line for 2.
It's her first free throw attempt of the night. Good.
Good. So back-to-back-to-back free throws. Good for the Tigers.
Yeah, they've been hitting the free throws down the stretch. They are 6 for 7 in the fourth quarter alone.
Perfect from the charity stripe for Janae Crimmins. 17 seconds remaining. Here's Frazee. Kicks it back out to Whaley. Whaley has it stolen by Martin. 6 seconds remaining. And now I think that'll do it. The Tigers starting off the season 1-0.
Yeah. Tigers pulling that one out, 37-24. Wasn't a pretty game by either team. I don't think any coach will be terribly excited about the shooting percentage, but both teams played really good defense. Both teams played hard to the very, very end. That game is going to be brought to you by Roach Media Group.
Your local friendly professional photographer. Packages are available for engagements, weddings, professional headshots, senior and family portraits, providing high-resolution image files or prints taken on location or in their study with professional edits available. They are also your local area expert in real estate photography and videography. Ask about the drone and 360 view camera tours when you reach out to them today at roachmediagroup.com. That's ROCHE mediagroup.com. Big shout out to our other producer, Cody Roach.
So again, Clay Center winning that game 37-24.
Yeah, we probably should have written that down.
Probably should have wrote that down. Boy, they cleared the clock off really, really quick. Somebody can do the math at home while they're doing that. Clay Center 37 points. Leading the way is going to be Lily Edwards, number 14. 14 points to match her number. With 6 points each, it's going to be number 32, Ayla Johnson, as well as 34, Reagan McDonald. 23, Janae Crimmins chips in for 4. Number 2, Martin for 3. And then Smith and Lippy both with 2 apiece for the Mustangs. Leading the way, it's going to be Ella Rhodes with 6, followed by Frazee with 6 as well. Brooklyn Plummer with 4. Peyton Rottinghouse with 3. Martini and Rimpey with 2 apiece, and Aislinn Rottinghouse with 1. So 1, 2, 9, 12, 14, 18, 24 total for the Mustangs. 37-24 is your final tonight. We'll be taking a short break here while they get the floor cleaned up and do a changeover for the boys' games. I think Isaiah and I may try to find some food. We'll be back about 10 minutes prior to the boys' game for another edition of the Farmer State Bank pregame show for the Mustangs.
Welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Just about 8 minutes away from the boys matchup here this evening. This Varsity Boys pregame brought to you by Farmers State Bank, celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you're looking for a new home, you need to meet the Farmers team at Farmers State Bank. They're there to help you make the move. Make the move today and go to bankwithfarmers.com. NMLS number 403435.
Whew. One game down, one to go tonight.
And, you know, I think we said it before the broadcast. Time just flies. I mean, we're not only because, you know, December 1st is tomorrow, but, you know, we finished football 3 weeks ago, and now here we are in basketball season.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder how the teams that go deep in the football season that just played last Saturday for state championships, you know, turn around and go again for basketball. But, you know, that's probably a tough problem to actually have if you're so good that you're good in football and basketball all the time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's talk a little bit about last year. Rock Creek boys finished last season at 13-9. They struggled at times against good teams. They lost to the eventual 4A state champion and a 23-2 Huguenon team. So both the boys and the girls going against teams that finished in the state finals. Huguenon's only 2 losses were early on last year, and they were highly contested contests against a 6A Olathe West and a 5A Hayes, so no slouch there. Rock Creek boys did squeak out a win last year against this Clay Center team, 55-53. Again, this will be one of the last non-conference matchups between these two. As we stated earlier in the girls pregame show, at Farmers State Bank girls pregame show, the Mustangs will be moving to the NCKL, or the North Central Kansas League, next year, where they'll become a regular season matchup.
Clay Center didn't finish with a good record, but did finish with a really great run. Their final record was only 9-14, but 3 of those 9 wins came at the exact perfect time. Wins over Concordia, Augusta, and Pratt and Substate pushed the Tigers to the state finals, where they too eventually lost to the state champs in Hugoton. The Tigers look to build off last year's late success, so let's take a look at this year's rankings.
Yeah, so the boys basketball class 4A rankings this year. Probably going to see some familiar names up there, but coming in right now, number 1, Eudora, followed by Bishop Miege, who's always up there, and again, number 3, Hayden. Abilene, McPherson, Bueller, and look there, number 7, Clay Center boys, trying to build off of last year with their athleticism. Number 8 is going to be Wamega. We'll be seeing them later this year. Number 9, Hugoton. A little shocked at the returning state champion coming in at number 9 this year, but maybe they lost a lot of starters off of last year's team. And the football powerhouse, Andale, who also made it to state in basketball last year, coming in at number 10 in the preseason rankings.
I was going to say Bishop Miege and Hayden, those names should stand out for football season. Hayden coming off a big win against Bishop Miege a few weeks ago, football playoffs.
Yeah, actually, Hayden was the runner-up at the 3A football championship, losing out to Cheney. Cheney also beat Clay Center Tigers out in the sub-state round, or actually it was a round.
Sectionals round?
Sectionals, yeah, I believe that was. So closest game they had of the whole year, only lost by 2 to Cheney.
And a historic season for Cheney, beating Andale twice in that year. But, you know, football's come and gone. Here we are, opening night of basketball. Rock Creek returning 2 full-time starters from last year, senior Dagan Viduska and junior Coley Burgess, who led the team in scoring as a sophomore. Also returning is arguably the best 6th man in the conference last year in senior Brady Schneider. The Mustangs are more athletic and skilled than last year and may surprise some teams early on. The offense will run through Burgess, but Schneider will be on the go when the team needs the basketball. Those two will have to shoot from anywhere inside of 25 feet. Mustangs will have a deep bench and have a good rotation of 4th and 5th starters.
Yeah, when I talked to Coach Smith before the game, he said it's almost flip a coin whoever the best 4th and 5th is playing in that particular week in practice. He says he's got about 8 guys to choose from. That's also a good problem to have. Like you said, Mustangs deeper this year. Athletic last year, but not necessarily basketball being the primary sport for a lot of those athletes. A little bit different this year.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. The sophomore class of this Mustang basketball team runs deep, man. I had the privilege of coaching them when they were in 8th grade in middle school, and they got a lot of athletes in that class. Yeah,
Clay Center also a lot of younger classmen. You know, they were pretty much dominated by their sophomores last year. They graduated 3 seniors off of last year's state qualifying team, including the team's 2nd leading scorer, Mark Hoffman. They're returning is junior Cole Platts, and he's going to lead that team in scoring. Back as well are juniors Owen Craig, a 5'9" guard, and Jace Weller, a 6'1" forward. Clay Center lost some early close games last year. That may have been a difference when it was getting into the sub-state. Maybe would have had a different matchup at state, but when I was talking to also Coach Smith, as a coincidence, they are not just the same last name, but they are brothers. So we'll be having a battle of the Smith household tonight. I don't know if Mama Smith's on hand to watch, but yeah, so they talked to Coach Travis Smith at Clay Center, and he says, they want to look to try to get out to a quicker start this year. They lost so many close games early on last year, and really just to build off of that, that momentum they had late in the year. So like you said, not a great finishing record, but a great time to get hot right at the end of the year. And of course, they also ran into Huguenin in the first round of state finals, and Huguenin did what Huguenin did to everybody. Pretty much walked through state to win that. We were talking off air about Huguenin, and they bumped up to 4A from 3A, but they've been a dominant force in basketball for many years, and in 3A, now in 4A.
And one of the things I can say, back in 2016, we ran into them in the second round of the state playoffs, and they have been good ever since then, is what it seems like. So,
yeah, it's always funny. We talk about how some of these schools just seem to keep continually reloading whenever they have a new season come along. But got about 2 minutes to go before the boys game gets started. I think what we're going to see is a very interesting matchup tonight. I think we're going to see very similar talent. It's funny, having the brothers both be coaches. They played together in high school. They were part of a state qualifying team at, I believe it was Jackson Heights. And when I talked to them both, I asked them where their style of coaching comes from, and basically they both answer it's the same style that we played in high school. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup tonight between the two. So we're going to talk a little bit about that matchup and those routes to victory for each of those teams.
So for Clay Center, as we get into the backroads breakdown, or backroads route to victory, excuse me, presented by Max Motors. For the Mustangs, it'll be push the ball up and down transition, stay in control, don't let this game get away from them, and don't get complicit on the offensive end. Yeah,
last year, occasionally when they'd get a big lead, they'd kind of just go into a cruise control mode and not really finish it out. Clay Center Tigers, they're going to try to force bad shots for the Mustangs, speed up that offense on their end. They want to slow the game down, not necessarily in tempo, but what they want to have happen is they want the game to feel slower to them. It's going to be a fast-paced game back and forth, so whatever feels slowest, and they're going to work that offense, try to find that open shot. So those are your routes to victory powered by Max Motors. Max Motors, worth the drive from anywhere.
And I said this theme in football, the defense kind of fuels the offense, and Judd and I are pretty sure we saw that last year with this Mustangs team. Young team, have 6, 7, 8 guys that are ready to ball, but I think it just comes down when they can get stops on the defensive end, play well defensively, their offense just plays that much better.
And then here shortly we will have the national anthem. That's going to be sung to you by a group of seniors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
As we get to the starting lineups here, we step aside for the national anthem.
I'm not sure which is going to happen first, so.
Rock Creek Mustangs. If you are in the building, you are expected to act in a sportsmanlike manner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthem of the United States of America. Tonight's anthem will be sung by senior choir students Lizzie Howell, Kira Nichols, and Ella Rose.
Oh,
Wow, what an absolutely amazing national anthem rendition there by seniors Ella Rhodes, Lizzie Heller, and Kira Nippert. Absolutely amazing.
And here we go for the starting lineups. Number 2, Jace Weller for the Tigers. For the Mustangs, number 3, Coley Burgess. For the Tigers, number 4, Justin Wright. For the Mustangs, number 4, Gavin Rosa. For the Tigers, number 10, Weston Hammond. For the Mustangs, number 13, Dagan Venduska. For the Tigers, number 14, Owen Craig. For the Mustangs, number 23, Riker Zeller. And for the Tigers, number 23, Cole Pladson. And for the Mustangs, number 24, Brady Schneider. So a tale of two brothers here this evening. Travis Smith, Justin Smith going head-to-head. I think this one will probably be talked about at Christmas this year, probably, most likely.
Yeah, there's they got an interesting rivalry from brothers. And when I was talking to Travis, he's like, "Yep, we've always had a rivalry. We have similar coaching styles. Only I'm better." And he's like, "But you don't have to say it on the air." And I'm like, "Oh no, it's going on."
Yeah, we'll fix that in post.
Yeah, we'll fix that in post.
So here we go. Boys matchup just underway here. And like you said, Judd, I think we'll be in for a good one this evening. Women's matchup was good as well. And I think both teams just so similar. I think we're going to see a fast-paced game this evening. I think both teams are going to look to score, obviously, but I think both teams are going to look to score quick at that.
Yeah, we're going to see peak athleticism. We'll see who gets hot first. I think that's what it's going to come down to. They may both be a little bit cold and jittery early on, but a little more experience with the boys than what we saw in the girls' game.
And the tip will go to the Tigers as Pladson kicks it over to Wright in the corner. Three-point bomb for number 10. That's Hammond, no good. Rebound controlled by Burgess. Here's Rosa, top of the key, over to Zeller. Into Venduska, over to Schneider. Burgess, top of the key, will fire a three, and he'll be hit as he shoots. That'll send him to the line for not one, not two, but 3 free throws there, Jed.
Yeah, not a great foul off a three-pointer, contested shot. We talked about it in the pregame. Coley Burgess or Schneider, they'll shoot from anywhere within 25 feet, and they're pretty good at it.
So 3 free throws for number 3. First one's good for Burgess. Mustangs strike first here. 7.5 minutes remaining here, first quarter.
Another big shooter for the Mustangs could be number 4, Rosa, out there. Can't miss him in his bright hot pink shoes.
2 to make it true for Burgess. Three's good with me. 3-0 score for the Mustangs. And here come the Tigers now. Pladson sets up the offense. Dribble drive for Craig. Back to Pladson. Guarded by Venduska. Dumps it inside to Hammond. Back outside. That's number 2 in the corner. That's Weller. Good ball movement here. Weller spin move. Back out to Pladson. Drives in. Drive. Venduska's there. Does he get it? That'll be a charge on the Tigers. Venduska's fired up. Yeah, we saw him play safety this year in football. I think he can take a hit like that. That's nothing to him, right?
That's the beauty of playing safety, right? And a receiver.
Yeah, true. And receiver.
Yeah, both Clay Center and the Mustangs have a couple multi-sport athletes.
Here's Zeller. Draws the double, dumps it inside to Vendeska. Vendeska's got the layup. 5-0 run now for the Mustangs. Pladsen inside, finds his man. That's number 14. Craig has it tipped. Control the rebound. Craig driving in, full head of steam. And he'll be fouled. That'll send number 14, Owen Craig, to the line for 2. That'll be Brady Schneider's first, team first. First free throw for Craig is good.
I actually didn't think Schneider was anywhere close to that play. I thought that foul was going to be called on Gavin Rosa, number 4. See if that comes back to be detrimental later in the game.
First points to the board for the Tigers come from Owen Craig from the charity stripe. Here's Zeller in the corner. Drives, floater, short. Grabs his own miss. Back out to Rosa. He'll line up a 3. No good. Third chance rebound for Vendeska. Shuffles it out to Burgess. Burgess' 3, no good. And rebound. Last touch by, they're going to say the Tigers. Thought they might have gave it to them there. Looked like it touched Schneider's hands, but quick pass to Schneider on the inbounds from Burgess. 7-2 your score, 6 minutes remaining. Here's Wright on the wing, guarded by Rosa. Up to Hammond. Pladsen on the wing, dumps it inside to Wright. Good ball movement here. Hammond's going to fire a 3. He got it. Nothing but net on the 3-point bomb from Weston Hammond. Zeller drives in, floater, no good. Rebound will go to Pladsen. Up ahead to Wright, 2-on-1, takes it right at Schneider. And that'll be 2 early fouls on Brady Schneider.
Yeah, it's bad news for the Mustangs. Arguably probably the best player on the floor for the Mustangs, picking up 2 fouls early on in the first quarter. Only a minute and a half, 2.5 minutes into the game. And he's gonna catch his breath for probably most of the rest of the first half.
Jace Weller at the line for 2. First free throw, no good. That'll bring in number 33, David Wilkinson, for the Mustangs. Weller's second free throw, no good. Rebound by Wilkinson. Here's Rosa. Drives in, kicks it out to Zeller. To Wilkinson. Back to Rosa. Nice pass inside to Vendeska. Pump fake, layup's good. 4
Good
points
eyes
now.
there by Rosa to spot him underneath the basket like that.
Ooh, what a move by Weller. With the finger roll.
Yeah, they're going to call him on the floor.
Inbounds to right, stolen by Burgess. Wide open lane. Layup is good. 11-5 your score, 5 minutes remaining here. Here's Hammond in the corner. Back out to Wright. Wright fires a 3. He's got it. Quick scoring here, first quarter.
Yeah, back and forth action. I think we've already got almost a girls' halftime score here in the first 4 minutes.
Pull-up jumper for Burgess, no good. Rebound by Vendeska. He fouled on the floor. Mustangs will inbound on the baseline. Checking in for the Tigers, number 5, Colton Tadman. Burgess finds Rosa in the corner. Dribble drive for the Mustangs. Zeller now to Rosa. Rosa drives middle, loses it, saves it, tries to throw it off a defender. Right ahead to Craig. He'll be fouled on the floor.
So Coley Burgess picking up his second quick foul, too. So we're not even halfway through the first quarter, and Mustangs looking like a little bit of foul trouble.
I'll bring in Trevor Christensen in for him. And both these teams, no real designated ball handler. It's just grab it and go.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, obviously you want your offense to start through Burgess, but now the Mustangs are going to have to do something different here.
That's right. He'll be fouled. I'll send him to the line for 2. The foul will be on Zeller, his first. Team 5th. Justin Wright at the line for 2. First free throw rattles home. Trims the lead down to 2 now for the Tigers. Second free throw for Wright is good. 1-point ball game here, 4:20 remaining here, first quarter. Here's Christensen, pump fakes. Kicks it out to Zeller. Zeller driving to his left. Gets it to Rosa in the corner. Back up to Christensen. Christensen, pump fakes. And they're going to get him with the travel. Looked like a clean move there. I think his pivot foot just moved just the fraction of an inch there.
The sliding of the pivot. Yeah, fast-paced action like we expected. Both teams want to push it, but then once they get it into their zone, they're not afraid to go ahead and set up and run their offenses.
Wright fires a 3, no good. And possession arrow will stay with the Tigers. Here's Wright to Tadman. Back up to Craig. Here's Weller, guarded by Christensen, drives in, floater, no good. And last touch by the Tigers, possession arrow will go to the Mustangs. Just over 3 minutes remaining here, first quarter.
Appears to be an issue with number 4, Rosa's jersey.
Jersey, blood on the jersey, I think. Perhaps. That'll bring in number 12, Peyton McCarn.
I'm not taking any action down there to rectify it, but Rosa's on the bench.
Wilkinson fires a 3. No good. That'll be rebounded by Craig. Back up top to Tadman. Over to Hammond. Over to Wright. Pump fakes. Here's Wright. Puts it on the floor. They're going to get Meduska with the block there. That'll be Venduska's first, team 6th foul. All knotted up at 11 here. 2:57 remaining first quarter. First free throw good for Weller. Second free throw no good. Christensen drives in, pump fakes. Nice move. Trevor Christensen or Akeem Olajuwon, I can't tell the difference there, Judd.
He didn't like the first or the second, but he liked the third one just fine.
Here's Wright. Skip past to Craig in the corner, guarded by Venduska, drives baseline. Dangerous pass stolen by Wilkinson. 4-on-3 break for the Mustangs now. Christensen has it poked away. Out to McCarn. McCarn's going to fire a 3. No good. What a rebound by Zeller, and he'll get the second chance bucket.
He went really, really high for that one.
He did. So this break in the action is brought to you by Shortstop, offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas, including Clay Center, Walmego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you are going or how long it takes to get there, you'll always have time for a short stop.
Words. They're fun sometimes. 2:08 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 15-11. That 30-second timeout by Clay Center. That'll leave them 4 in the game. 3 full timeouts and a 30-second timeout.
2 minutes remaining, 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Here's Tadman, guarded by Christensen. Now gets it to Wright. On the wing, guarded by Rosa. Weller loses it. Back to number 10, Hammond. Inside, nice move by Weller. Scoop layup, got it. Here's Zeller on the drive. Floater, no good. Rebound by Christensen. Out to Wilkinson, has it blocked. To McCarn, nice pass inside to Christensen. He'll be fouled. Headed line for 2. Mustangs capitalizing early on the second chance points.
Yeah, and we kind of wondered about that. You know, we talked about how they are not only athletic, but they're basketball athletic. So we saw several times by Zeller, got springs for legs, just going up high, getting the rebounds.
First free throw for Christensen's good.
Mustangs have several players. It's in that 6'2", 6'3" range, but phenomenal athletes, good wingspans, good vertical jumps, can shoot.
Second free throw for Christensen, no good. Rebound controlled by Hammond. To Hoffman, to Craig, pump fakes. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Hammond fires a 3, no good. Rebound will go to Christensen. Here's Zeller. 45 seconds remaining. Christensen loses it. Right, nice pass to Craig. Craig takes it in for the layup. 1-point game now for the Tigers. 30 seconds remaining. Here's Christensen guarded by Craig, back to Zeller. Zeller drives to his left, out to McCarn. McCarn drives in, takes it up, no good. Rebound will go to Wright. 3-on-2 break. Out to Tadman, fires the 3, short. Rebound to Rosa, 4 seconds remaining. 2, 1, Rosa fires it from half court. And we're gonna have a charge call on Rosa at the end of the half. You know, I said it during football. Pass interference and charge calls kind of go hand in hand. That one, he was sliding with him the whole time. I mean, that could go either way.
This break in the action is going to be brought to you by Faith Furniture, serving the Manhattan and surrounding area since 1952. Faith Furniture takes pride in the value, selection, knowledge, and family experience for all their customers. Whether you're looking for a full arrangement of good-looking furniture for your living room, dining room, bedroom, or office, or just looking for that perfect accent that ties the room together, Faith Furniture has what you're looking for. When it comes to buying new furniture, you got to have faith. So while we got a break here between the first and second quarter, see if we got time to squeeze in the Bandit Brain teaser. That's a good little mascot. Who won the 1A state basketball tournament in Rock Creek's inaugural basketball season? That had been the year of 91-92, correct? So was it A, Eastern Heights, B, Ingalls, C, Pike Valley, D, Waverly? And we'll look away from the screen momentarily just to make sure, and we'll be back giving that answer here later on in the second quarter.
Here's Rosa. Kicks it to Venduska. Venduska out to Burgess. Burgess pump fakes, drives middle. Pump fake, floater, no good. Rebound will go to Craig. Craig full head of steam, drives in, layup, got it. Coast to coast for Owen Craig. And Tigers have the first lead of the ball game.
Yeah, I actually had an opportunity to take it a couple times there right at the end of the first.
Here's Venduska to Zeller. Corner, pump fakes, jump shot, and he'll be fouled. That'll send Riker Zeller to the line for 2.
It's a foul on the Tigers, number 2, Jace Weller.
That'll go on Jace Weller, his first, team first.
32, Riker Zeller.
First free throw for Zeller is good. Second free throw for Zeller, in and out. Rebound will go to Hammond. Hammond ahead to Platson. Weller on the drive, scoop layup. Rattles home. Nice take by number 2, Jace Weller. Coley Burgess drives middle, kicks it to Rosa in the corner. Rosa, nice pass inside to Venduska. Venduska gets the layup. Here's Craig. Platson on the wing. Here's Weller, top of the key, guarded by Burgess. Gets it over to Platson. Platson drives in, pump fakes, kicks it out to Hammond. Hammond's going to fire a 3, top of the key. No good. Rebound by Venduska. Throws it ahead to Rosa. Rosa throws it to Zeller. Corner 3, no good. The rebound will go to Craig. He's off to the races. Nice move there on Venduska. Kicks it into the corner. Weller drives baseline. Stopped by Rosa. Here's Platson, top of the key, drives to his left, kicks it out. Weller, corner 3, bang! Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that's 5 points in this quarter already for Weller, so starting to heat up for the Tigers.
Gets inside to Schneider, he'll be fouled on the floor. Wait for the official's call. It's going to go on number 4, Justin Wright, his second, team second. And for the Tiger offense, everybody's firing at all cylinders. Doesn't matter. They got their forward, their center, they're all firing from 3. Here's Christensen on the inbound. Get it over to Schneider, now to Zeller. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Here's Schneider, he's going to fire a corner 3. It's the back of the iron, rebounded by Burgess. Here's Christensen in the corner. Now out to Burgess, and reset for the Mustangs. Dribble drive for the Mustangs. Here's Venduska, back out to Schneider. To Burgess, 5 minutes remaining. Burgess driving to his left, gets a screen, pulls back, drives in, pump fake. Good take by Burgess, can't finish. Gets the rebound, toss up for the ball. It'll go to the Tigers. Even 4-on-4 break, Platson, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Hammond, and he'll be fouled. A little bit of run and gun style here for the Tigers.
Schneider picking up his 3rd foul there, so.
We'll see him after halftime.
Yep, we'll see him in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he went back out there to start the second quarter with 2 fouls early. Generally, coaches don't like players to pick up a 3rd foul in the first half, but it's hard to keep Schneider's offense on the bench.
Here's Hammond. And in for the Tigers, that's number 11, Walker Henry.
Trevor Christensen picking up the blocking foul there.
That'll be his first, team second.
Apparently I'm going to have to read the rule book at halftime about fouls. Looks like the team fouls recount starts every quarter to lead up to 5 for the 1-on-1.
Here's Pladsen over to Girton. Back to Pladsen, guarded by Zeller. To Girton, corner 3, got it. Nothing but the bottom of the net there, Judd. 6-point lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think you need a bucket right here. I don't think that's not the best shot, but he's going to take it.
He's going to take it anyways.
They needed an answer badly. Coley Burgess going to shoot one. I told you that him and Schneider, they'll shoot from anywhere within 25 feet, as will Rosa.
Girton with the 3-point originally. Coley Burgess with the answer. Here's the Tigers now, 3-point lead. Tadman on the drive, draws the double team, kicks it out to Pladsen, top of the key, guarded by Zeller, pull-up jumper, no good, rebound Venduska. 3:45 remaining here, second quarter. Venduska drives in, kicks it to Burgess, corner 3, in and out for Burgess. Here's Hammond. Kicks it to Henry, now to Tadman, top of the key. Kicks it, cutting Pladsen. They're going to get Zeller with the reach. And I believe that'll be Zeller's second foul now. So key factors for this Mustang team in foul trouble early. So that'll be team third for the Mustangs.
Whole slew of Tigers checking in there.
That'll bring in Peter Martini for the Mustangs. 3:24 remaining here, first quarter. Pladsen on the inbound, gets it into Weller. Weller going into work on Martini. And here's Craig. Pladsen. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. In the corner, Weller pump fakes. Or excuse me, right. Here's Craig on the drive. Back out to Weller. Hop step, kicks it into the corner. Good patience here by the Tiger offense. Craig spots up a 3, no good. Rebound by Venduska. He'll be fouled on the play. Out to go on number 3 of the Tigers, Brett Hoffman, his first, team third. 2:45 remaining here, second quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, second quarter going fast, no timeouts taken yet.
Venduska, nice crossover layup, in and out. Good move inside by Venduska, freed him up with the crossover. First free throw from Venduska is good. Cuts the lead down to 2 now for the Tigers.
That was a third foul on Justin right there, so the only player for the Tigers in foul trouble. I must have missed a foul. Actually, I had that as my second. I think the coach was kind of questioning that as well, but official scores have a third foul.
Rosa checking back in for the Mustangs. Second free throw, no good. Clash of bodies down there. Here come the Tigers. That's Weller. Drives in, kicks out to Craig. Out to Pladsen. 5 out for the Tigers. Lob for number 13, Dalton McCann. And just a little over 2 minutes remaining for the Mustangs. Here trailing by 2. Rosa, guarded by Pladsen. Venduska draws a double team, kicks it out to Burgess. Pump fakes, Rosa fires a 3. No good, rebound to Craig. Craig is off to the races, 2-on-1 break. Craig coast to coast again. Coach Smith Justin Smith, that is, not too happy there, looking for a charge call. 4-point lead now for the Tigers. Here's Burgess. He's going to fire a long three. We'll call that a pass to Martini. Martini inside to Venduska, and he'll be fouled. 4th trip to the line for Dagan Venduska here in this first half. Nice pass from Peter Martini.
He got 1 for 2 in his last.
That's right. Yep. So 7 for 8 or 6 for 7.
He is 2 for 3
2 for
personally. The Mustangs as a team right now are 6 for 7.
And Christensen's going to be called for the foul there.
It's his second. Good thing the Mustangs have a deep bench. They're going to use them all tonight.
Kidding. Coley Burgess checking back in for the Mustangs. For the Tigers, number 10, Weston Hammond. Yeah, I think we're going to, coming down the stretch here, I think we're going to see the classic out for defense, in for offense.
Yeah.
In for defense, out for offense.
I don't disagree. It's the funness of the last couple minutes of a game and stoppage play and the constant substitution. It's amazing.
Here's Craig, has it stolen, controlled by Burgess. Here comes Rosa now. Rosa drives in, kicks it out to Martini. Martini, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound will go to Craig.
Bodies everywhere right now on the court.
Craig kicks it to Tapman in the corner. Skip pass to Weller. Spin move, drives in.
Oh, that's a charge on the
And we're
way.
going to have a charge. That'll go on Weller. It's 2 charges taken by Venduska. I don't know if Judd, in your time playing basketball, you're ever rewarded for taking a charge, but wow,
I
nice.
took many, and if you want to hear something funny, it's very classic timing on my behalf, but our second Bandit brain teaser tonight is going to involve charges.
As I say, shout out to late, great Coach Dugan. You got a charge in a game, you got a Powerade, so there's a little incentive to take a charge.
I drank a lot of Powerades, and that's been my case.
Pull-up jumper from Venduska, no good. Rebound tipped out to Martini. To Rosa, he'll fire a 3. No good. Rebound to Craig, 30 seconds remaining. Tigers up by 3. Craig guarded by Burgess. To Gertron. Tadman. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Here's Craig. Has it poked by Burgess. Out to Tadman. Into the corner, Hammond. Dangerous pass. Craig's going to turn around, fire 3, top of the key. Got it. The hot shooting from deep continues. Half-court heave for Zeller, no good. And Tigers go out with a 6-point lead, biggest lead of the game. This halftime break is brought to you by Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank celebrating 125 years of banking service in the communities of Westmoreland, Manhattan, and Onega. If you are and have a student looking for financial independence and get rewarded for good grades, open up a Books and Bucks checking account with Farmers State Bank today. You can receive a $10 Amazon gift card for opening an account, plus $25 each semester with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. To learn more, visit any of their 3 locations or visit them online at bankwithfarmers.com. Farmers State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
So before we take a break, we're going to go ahead and talk about the answer to the first Bandit brain teaser. Who won the 1A state basketball tournament in Rock Creek's inaugural basketball season?
The Wizards of Waverly Place. That's my final answer.
Eastern Heights, Ingalls, Pike Valley, or Waverly? You are correct. Answer D is Waverly.
They're not the Wizards, though.
Yeah, Waverly went 28-0 that season, beating the number 2 Pike Valley Panthers, who were 27-1. They beat them by score 70-40 in the state championship. Pike Valley beat the number 3 seed Ingalls, who was 24-3. Ingalls beat the number 6 seed Eastern Heights, who was 20-4. 20-4 and a 6 seed. By the way, that Eastern Heights team was my state team that I played on my senior year. So, yep, Waverly was the winner of the inaugural season. I always talked about how good we were, but nobody was touching Waverly. That team was amazing. They had a 6'2" point guard, and he was the shortest starter on the team, which was taller than our center.
I know we showed the power rankings earlier. They had Bishop Miege at number 2, I believe. And I remember going into my senior year, I don't know if you know this or not, but Bol used to play at Miege for a little bit at a point in time. And here I am going into my senior year. I'm like, there's no way we're getting anywhere close. But Bol then eventually transferred out to, I think, Mater Dei out in California. But little fun fact out there for everybody watching.
So we will be back in just a little bit here to kind of recap some of the first half. So thank you for sticking with us for first half of the Clay Center Tigers at the Rock Creek Mustangs. Again, I'm Judd McCormick, and Isaiah Dobbins will be back in just a few.
Welcome back to Backroad Broadcasting's presentation of high school basketball. Action-packed first half as the Tigers jump out to a 6-point lead here. Judd, what were some keys to the lead that the Tigers were able to build on?
Well, I would say for the Tigers, really, it's consistency. They had 15 points in the first quarter. They had 15 points in the second quarter to get their 30 for the half. But more importantly, they're 5 for 8 from the free throw line, shooting 62.5%. Biggest factor is they're 5 for 11 from the three-point line, shooting almost 46% from the three-point line. Mustangs, on the other hand, 1 for 13 from the three-point line, shooting about 8%. Mustangs are only 8 for 28 on the floor altogether, shooting about 28.6%. So right now, Mustangs just not getting the job done. They're seeing the shots, but just not putting it in. Clay Center is converting at a higher rate, and really that's the big difference right now. There's minimal turnovers. Mustang 3 turnovers. Clay Center's got 5. They're both with 15 rebounds. So really that three-point shooting percentage is really the difference of the first half.
Well said. And not that the Mustangs need to shy away from the three-point shot, but I mean, look how many points in the paint they have. I don't know if you have an official stat for that, but I can tell you right now, Dagan Vedeska has 6. Brady Schneider has a couple. Riker Zeller has a few.
Yeah, I think really Zeller and Vendeska has been the ones that's gotten the points in the paint. It's kind of mid-range jump shots. We talked about Coley Burgess and Brady Schneider will shoot from anywhere on the floor. The one three-pointer they got came from about 24 feet out, but we talk about the poor shooting for the Mustangs. Part of that might be Coley Burgess spent a large part of the first quarter sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. Brady Schneider spent a large part of the first half with 3 fouls sitting on the bench. So, that's a big factor for both of those teams, or for the Mustangs right now, is having your 2 leading scorers probably. Vendeska can't do it all on his own right now. We talked about the deep bench. Mustangs are seeing some of the deep bench, but, if Coley and Schneider's not out there, Vendeska can't do it all. Rosa can shoot the ball, but I think it's just a cold snap right now for the Mustangs. I think they'll shoot much better in the second half. You're only down by 6. You're down by 6 points. You're shooting under 30%, and you're 1 for 13 from the three-point line. Things could be a lot worse. The Tigers didn't convert as many of those opportunities they could off of those rebounds. So really, it's a 6-point game. We've seen 6 points is nothing. That's 2 trips down the court, really, in this game.
True. And to add on what you're saying, I don't think the Mustangs need to, like I said, don't need to shy away. They're getting good looks from 3. A few may be forced, but, you pass it up once, it'll come right back to you and knock it down. I don't think part of that just comes from a streaking shooting night. I think part of it is stepping up with confidence and being able to knock down the 3-ball.
Well, we talked about, the routes to victory before the game, that one of the things the Tigers want to try to do is force Mustangs into, rushing the shot and taking bad shots, because they've done that in the past. But you're right. For the most part, I think they've gotten good looks and they've taken good shots. They just haven't fallen right now for the Mustangs. And so I imagine to see that change just a little bit here in the second half. But really, leading the way for the Tigers, Owen Craig got really hot there in the second quarter, had a couple baskets, got a 3-pointer. He's leading the team for the Tigers 11. Weller's got 8. Wright's got 5, and right now the Mustangs, Burgess, even sitting on the bench for most of the first half, has 8. Dagan Vendeska with 8. Brady Schneider's only got 2, so they're going to expect a lot more out of number 24 here in the second half.
And I would like to see the Mustangs defensively get back in transition. We saw Owen Craig multiple times in that first half go coast to coast for an easy layup.
Yeah, Vendeska can't be the only one that steps in front of a player to take a charge.
So here we are, 30-24, third quarter action underway. Here is Weller, top of the key. Zone look for the Mustangs. We'll see if this pays off. Tigers didn't necessarily shoot bad from 3, as Craig has it roll in and out. Rebound will go to Vendeska. Here's Zeller, top of the key. Gets this offense set up for the Mustangs.
It's like Mustangs are going with the same 5 starters that started the game.
Nice pass inside to Schneider. Not a terrible entry pass, but looked like Burgess did have the step for the open layup.
Yeah, he probably should have taken that shot. Schneider was in a little bit of a crowd and got a body on him and knocked him off balance and get the shot he wanted.
Here's Weller going to work on Burgess. Pump fakes, gets him in the air, spins around, pump fakes again. Floater up is good. Good use of the pivot foot there by Justin Wright. Getting the bucket in the paint. Lead up to 8 now for the Tigers. Here's Zeller going to fire a 3. That's good. There we go, 1 for 1. Starting second half.
Start the second half, 1 for 1. Yeah, he took a couple 3-point shots in the first half, didn't get him to fall, but got a good look there and nothing but the bottom of the net.
Nice cut there from Pladsen. Looking for a foul. It'll go out on him.
You know, Pladsen was the leading scorer last year. So far, he's been held in check. That's only the 3rd attempt he's had at a field goal today with no points. So
here's Zeller, gets things set up. 4 out, 1 in motion for the offense of the Mustangs. Burgess drives. He'll take the layup that time. Scoop and score for Coley Burgess.
He heard you. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and drive. I'm going to take it to the basket myself.
We have a 5-0 run now for the Mustangs. 3-point lead now for the Tigers. Here's Pladsen guarded by Zeller. Man-to-man look for the Mustangs. Here, Craig fires a corner 3, no good. We're going to have a foul underneath. That'll go on the Tigers. I think a little bit of that defensive momentum kind of carrying into the offensive end for the Mustangs there.
Yeah, and that'll be Pladsen's 3rd foul, so tough night for him so far. Like I said, leading scorer coming back for the Tigers. No points tonight, 3 fouls. Kind of same situation on the Mustang side with Schneider. We expected him to be a factor in the game. Right now, he's only got 2 points and 3 fouls.
Here's Burgess, drives in again. They're going to get Craig with the foul. And, you know, the battle of the brothers here. I'm looking at them both on the sideline. You can tell they're brothers. I mean, not because they look like, but same mannerisms, same paces, everything. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice pass inside. Schneider gets the bucket. 7-0 run now for the Mustangs here to start this 3rd quarter.
Travis for Clay Center, just 2 years younger than his brother Justin for Rock Creek. Turnover there by Clay Center again.
3-on-2 break for the Mustangs. Zeller's going to take it all the way. Layup's good. 9-0 run to start off the 3rd quarter for the Mustangs. They take a 1-point lead. And another turnover for the Tigers. Passes ahead to Rosa, guarded by Craig. Drives in, skip pass over to Zeller. Pump fakes, gets him in the air, drives middle. Zeller all the way, gets the roll. 11-0 run now for the Mustangs. And if you're Coach Travis Smith, maybe thinking about a timeout here, and there it is.
Yeah, I knew that was coming a long way. I actually had our producer queue up an ad because I knew that was coming. So this is going to be brought to you by Shortstop, offering the convenience that you need and the service you deserve. You'll find a friendly employee ready to serve you every time you walk through the door. Shortstop always has daily food and drink specials with the highest quality fuel at each of their 17 locations throughout Kansas. Those locations include Clay Center, Wamego, Manhattan, and Westmoreland. No matter where you're going and how long it takes to get there, you'll always have time for a Shortstop.
I think it's safe to say head coach Justin Smith may have talked things over at halftime, coming out on an 11-0 run and to jump to a 3-point lead.
Yeah, and since they end up taking a full timeout instead of a 30-second timeout, it kind of surprised me. I'd have just used a 30-second there, but we'll see if we can get our Bandit Brain Teaser number 2 in here because we talked about it earlier tonight. What is the number of the most charges taken by a player in a single season of high school boys basketball? Vanduska's got 2 tonight, but is it going to be A, 20 charges, B, 29 charges, C, 38 charges, or D, 43 charges? We're going to have a talk with our graphics guy after the game.
It's a freebie for you.
Freebie for you. Back in action here in the 3rd.
And Wright snaps the cold streak for the Tigers. 1-point game for the Mustangs. Chloe Burgess pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound number 4, Justin Wright. He pushes it into the front court. Over to Craig. Craig drives in. Back out to Weller. Weller's 3-pointer. No good. Rebound Zeller. Zeller ahead to Rosa. Rosa, nice pass inside to Vanduska. Layup's good. It's a 13-2 run now for the Mustangs.
A good job by the Mustangs there coming back out from that timeout. Yeah, timeout's taken to try to snap the streak the Mustangs had going, but they're coming back just as hot as they were before they went back out. But Tigers are answering now.
Nice handle there by Owen Craig. Had it tapped away initially.
A lot of back and forth action going now. Oh.
They're going to get Craig with the foul there. You see, Owen Craig treating the basketball like a yo-yo. Had the ball on a string over there for that 2-point bucket.
It's going to be Craig's third foul. Kind of a rough foul there. I don't think these two particularly care for each other, Burgess and Craig, but both working hard, both leading their teams. That's what you want out of your team leader. Looks like they go the same hairstylist as well.
Ooh, dangerous pass there. Here's Zeller, corner, drives in to Christensen. Christensen fires a three. He's got it. 3-point woes are behind them now, Judd. 2 for 2 from deep.
Yeah, they tripled their three-point output just here in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Got to travel there.
Got him on the travel.
Yeah, Mustangs were 1 for 13 in the first half. They're now 2 for 2 in the second half, moving that to a 3 for 16, or 3 for 15. Still not a great percentage, but it's getting better at every shot.
4-point lead for the Mustangs. Just under 3 minutes remaining here. Zeller gets the offense set up for the Mustangs. Motion, dribble, drive action for the Mustangs. Burgess drives in. And foul on the floor. I believe that's going to go on number 5, Colton Tadman. That'll be his first, team fourth. Burgess on the inbound, gets it into Vendeska. Vendeska pump fake, drives middle, dumps it inside to Schneider. Bucket's good.
Yeah, good job there by Vendeska finding the open Schneider, just sitting underneath, doing a jump stop, kept from taking a charge or producing a charge there, but
skipping that lane. That's Owen Craig.
He's having that
and one.
He's like, if I got to, I will put the team on my back, and we're just going to ride this out.
That is.
That's going to be 15 in the game for Craig. He had 11 in the first half. 4 of the Tigers, 6 so far in the second half.
And one bucket's good for Owen Craig. Crazy amount of scoring here in this third quarter. Here's Burgess, drives in, kicks it out to Zeller. Back to Burgess. Draws the double. Vendeska drives baseline. Inside for the layup. Mustangs scoring, I would say, doubled from the first half inside the paint here.
Yeah, players are starting to show up. You talk about players playing, they are definitely playing right now.
Here's Craig going to work on Vendeska, draws a double team to Tadman. Tadman drives in. Weller, three-pointer, no good. Wright's three-pointer, no good. 5-point lead now for the Mustangs. Wilkinson on the drive. His layup's good. Biggest lead for the Mustangs here. 46-39. Just over a minute to play. Here's Wright, drives in. Great use of the pump fake there. That foul will go on Christensen. That'll send number 4, Justin Wright, to the line for 2.
I believe that's going to be his third foul as well. So now you got Christensen and Schneider both with 3 fouls for the Mustangs.
And that'll be Christensen's 4th, actually.
Wow, my golly. That's why we're unofficial.
Wright's first free throw is good. Cuts the lead down to 6. Group substitution for the Mustangs. Peyton McCarn, Peter Martini, and Gavin Rosa checking back in for the Mustangs. For the Tigers, number 11, Walker Henry, number 5, Cole Tadman, and number 12, Isaac Berggren.
Looks like Berggren's going to pick up a foul immediately.
That'll be his first, team 5th. First free throw for Zeller's no good. Just over a minute to play here. Zeller's second free throw is good. Lead back up to 7 now for the Mustangs. Here's Pladsen, Berggren, right, drives, guarded by Martini. Here's Wright, nice pass to Tadman. Pladsen drives to his left, back out to right. That's Henry. Now 42 seconds remaining here, third quarter. Great defensive possession here for the Mustangs. Gets inside to Berggren, back outside to Wright, pump fakes, pulls back, three-pointer.
Nice shot.
No good. And 28 seconds ahead to Rosa. Drives in, skips it to Zeller. And there's going to be a timeout for the Mustangs. Group substitution for the Mustangs. Burgess, Schneider, and Venduska checking back in. And this timeout is brought to you by Liming Productions. Based out of St. George, Kansas, Liming Productions is your source for 5-star wedding videography, event videography, corporate events, and small business commercials. Let Liming Productions capture all of your special moments and compile the story you'll want to watch over and over. Liming Productions, capturing stories for life. See their services and highlights at facebook.com/Liming Productions. Again, that's one of our producers, Cody Liming, and camera operator. Shouts out to him. To both of them, Cody Roche and Cody Liming, for doing what they do, getting our broadcast set up.
That's Mustangs' first timeout of the game. They got 4 left. They got 3 full timeouts and a 30-second timeout. Looks like Clay Center's got 2 full timeouts and a 30-second left. 23.8 left in the third.
And 1-3-1 now. Look for the Tigers. And Mustangs 10 seconds remaining here. It looks like they're going to hold for last shot. Here's Zeller. 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds. 1 second. Rosa. Deep three-pointer. In and out. What a cap to an explosion of a third quarter for the Mustangs. They're up by 7 here on the Tigers. 1 more quarter to play. This break in the action is brought to you by Bandit Brain Teaser.
Bandit Brain Teaser. So what was the most charge taken by a player in a single season of high school boys basketball? That answer, as you probably saw earlier if you were paying attention, was 38 charges in a single season. That record was set in 2022 from the appropriately named Marshall Tanking from Centralia. So, had I known that we're going to see charges early on in the game, I'd have made that the #1 Bandit Brain Teaser. But
so let's break it down mathematically here. Regular season basketball, 16 games.
Probably got 16 regular season games.
Almost 2 charges a game,
yeah,
2.5.
And if you make it deep in a playoff, you may be looking at about 25, 26 games. So you're taking probably about 1.5 charges a game. Somebody is sitting in the paint.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy cow. That's impressive.
So 1 quarter left to play. Mustangs with a 47-40 lead.
And really a tale of 2 halves for the Mustangs. You know, they were down 6-7 points going into halftime and come out on a 13-2 run to start the third quarter and haven't looked back. They're up 7 here. Fresh 8 on the clock. And we'll see if they can keep that momentum here in the fourth quarter. That 4-out 1-in motion for the Mustangs. Burgess drives baseline. Skip pass to Rosa, back to Rosa. He's going to fire a 3. In and out again for Rosa.
He cannot buy a three-pointer tonight. I've seen him shoot lights out. He's just not got.
Pladsen all the way. He'll be fouled. Head to the line for 2. And I think for the Tigers, you said Cole Platson, their leading scorer last year, they definitely want to get him more involved.
Absolutely. I mean, he's struggled a little bit tonight finding his groove. They want to get it in here in the fourth quarter. They're going to need him to step up down by 7.
Platson to inbound. That foul going on Brady Schneider, his 3rd. See if that's a factor here. Weller on the drive. Going to have a foul on the floor. And this is kind of where the Mustangs reached a stalemate in that first half, was fouls on the floor and having kind of their 6th, 7th, 8th man getting in foul trouble here. That's 3 now on Burgess, 2nd team foul. Inside pass to Weller. Back outside right, fires a 3, rattles it home. 4-point lead now for the Mustangs. Rosa drives in, takes it to Vendeska on the corner, 3-pointer short. Crashes his own rebound, body's on the floor. Vendeska has it, scoops it to Schneider. He misses the layup. Right. Pull up another 3. Oh, that one was in and out. He wanted that one. Here's Zeller, guarded by Platson. Over to Burgess. Burgess out to Schneider, back to Burgess. To Zeller. Drives middle. To Rosa, drives baseline. Skip pass to Schneider. Into Rosa, corner 3. There it is. 3rd time's a charm there for Gavin Rosa. Back up to a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. Craig drives in, draws the double. Pass is tipped, and it'll remain with the Tigers.
Yeah, you want your shooters to shoot. Eventually they're going to find their groove. What better time than the fourth quarter to start finding that range for Rosa.
Here's Craig to Weller. Back out to right to Hammond. Good spacing here by the Tigers. Hammond's going to line up a 3. No good. Rebound will go to Rosa. Under 6 minutes remaining here, fourth quarter. Skip pass ahead to Zeller. Zeller drives in, draws the double. Floater, got it. Biggest lead of the night for the Mustangs. Craig drives in. Layup no good, gets his own rebound. Can't finish. Then Duska tries to get it ahead to Zeller. Zeller saves it, and they're going to call him out of bounds. So possession arrow will go to the Tigers. Trevor Christensen checking back in for the Mustangs.
So yeah, in that third quarter alone, Tigers were held to just 10 points while the Mustangs scored 23, making that a huge difference, bringing it to 47-40 to close out the third quarter. The lead for the Tigers evaporated in that quarter, now down by 9.
Here is Craig out to right. Hammond, corner 3, no good. Way long.
Mustangs don't need to force anything.
Woo! Picked his pocket. Platson all the way, layup.
Yeah.
And he'll be fouled.
Burgess going to pay the price for sitting there ready to take the charge, but Zeller got him with the body.
Yeah. Looking at the stream, since it's a second or two behind, Burgess got there just a smidge late, and he was a little low. Easy call there for the official.
Yeah, it's going to be the 4th on Zeller.
And free throw for Platson's good. Trims lead to 8. Shout out to Diane Christensen. Dwayne and Diane Christensen from KC, Wyoming, tuning in. And our brain teaser for the state champions, that was Jeremy Lenning. Shouts out to you for getting that one right.
Yeah, he ought to know. It's his time frame. By the way, 2 teams from our conference made it to state that year. Jeremy Lenning remembers that. He played for Logan, Northern Valley, and Eastern Heights both made it.
Benduska with the finger roll. The finesse.
Lenning probably doesn't want to talk about that because Northern Valley knocked out Logan in the semifinal of the regionals.
Ooh, we have a big clash of bodies there. Nice pass inside. Wilkinson pump fakes.
Getting a little chippy here.
Just a little bit. I think Venduska and Platson are both 2-sport, 3-sport players, I think they can handle a hit like that.
Well, I was sitting there looking at Pladsen earlier. He leads the team in scoring in basketball last year. It looked like he just came right over from the wrestling mat, though. He's stout.
So David Wilkinson at the line for 2. First free throw is good. Shout out to Roberta Burgess. Go Stangs from Scott City. Grandma B, shouts out to you.
Scott City out there in western Kansas. Had a good run in football.
Wilkinson rattles home the second free throw.
I believe Scott City had the pleasure of running into either Cheney or Andale.
Both.
Looks
It's a tough draw, either team you get.
Yeah. Looks like Schneider picked up his 4th foul underneath the basket there on that.
Biggest lead at 11 for the Mustangs here. 4:34 remaining here, 4th quarter. Pladsen driving to his left, kicks it out to right. Ooh, chicken wrap behind the back, gets it stolen. Ahead to Venduska. Venduska has it stolen, this time by Weller, and Venduska's going to pick up the foul. I think Venduska was looking to go for a jump ball there, but ball security from Weller, and that'll send him to the line.
Well, I don't know if there's a natural rivalry between these two teams, but I'd say over the last couple of years, there has been one that's kind of developed, and it's going to be very interesting once they're playing in the same conference.
I agree. It kind of reminds me of in football where Rock Creek used to play Wamego, and Wamego used to have the Creek Week every weekend.
Yeah.
And I think you're right there, Judd. I mean, for as long as I can remember, Clay Center's always been the first basketball opponent, and I would agree right there, a little rivalry brewing here.
Yeah, I know Clay Center and Abilene have a rivalry. Us and Wamego will have one next year, but I think if there is a secondary, this could be
it.
This could be it. I don't think Clay Center would mind a secondary rivalry against Rock Creek. They keep running into each other in football, and they're going to be running into each other in basketball.
Burgess with the double dribble. It's hard to tell from up here. I don't think he quite put his left hand on that, but Burgess making his case known to the official. This break in the action is brought to you by Roach Media Group, your local friendly professional photographer. Packages available for engagements, weddings, professional headshots, senior and family portraits, providing high-resolution images or prints taken on location or in their study with professional edits available. They are also your local area expert in real estate photography and videography. Ask about the drone and 360 view camera tours when you reach out to them today at roachmediagroup.com. That's ROCHE mediagroup.com. Big shouts out to Cody Roach, our producer.
Yeah, I'll get approval on script before the next game. He's probably going to take a look at it right now. Oh, no. Judd McCormick made a mistake. Here we go. Good shot of the student section there for Rock Creek. They've been loud. They've been in it. Not a very big crowd here at the Rock tonight, but the ones that have been here have been engaged in the game. It's been loud. It's been vocal, so.
It has.
Going to reset here. 4:13 left in the fourth. Mustangs with a 56-47 lead. 3 timeouts remain for both teams. Mustangs are in the 1-1.
So,
sorry, the Tigers are in the 1-1.
I know we said this earlier, but winner of this between Travis and Justin gets bragging rights at Christmas, right?
That's right. I think they have a Smith Brother trophy that they.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. They should. Or maybe it's Schmitty.
Strong take from Weller. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it in the corner. That's Hammond. Back out to Weller going to work on Wilkinson. Hammond's going to fire a 3. No good. Rebound to Coley Burgess. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here, fourth quarter. Here's Burgess over to Martini. Back to Burgess. He'll get things set up for the Mustangs. Dangerous pass stolen by Weller. And that'll be possession arrow for the Tigers. Got to think of a trademark name for this new rivalry. Call it the Brother Battle or the.
Yeah. Got to think about that one, huh?
And Weller's going to fire a three, well short. Rebound by Venduska. Venduska has tip, gets it to Martini. Martini drives in, kicks it out to McCarn. Martini had an open layup there. Willie Burgess loses the handle there. Nice pass inside from McCarn. Venduska almost got the and one. Took the most awkward angle, tried to put it up high in the glass, almost dropped it in.
Yeah, that was high arching shot.
Moon shot from Dagan Venduska. He'll be at the line for 2. 9-point lead here, 2:44 remaining.
I was going to say, I thought that was 5th foul for Wright, number 4. It's like they were lining up to shoot a free throw, and I was like, I've obviously been wrong several times tonight with my math, but let's see. Tigers and the Mustangs both wear black. It's the way they're playing tonight, the way the football games go. It might be the Cruising for Bruising trophy.
I like that.
Probably condense that to just Bruiser or Bruising.
Second free throw rattles home for Dagan Venduska. 11-point lead now for the Mustangs. Here's Hammond, skip pass, dangerous, stolen by Burgess. Burgess throws it away to Zeller, and Zeller will be fouled.
That's going to be Pladson's 4th, I believe.
Not denying the foul, but a good.
Well, and it was a pass that really didn't need to be made. Yeah, he was streaking down, but Mustangs, again, we talk about playing with a lead and not getting complicit, and that's some sloppy play right there. They got an 11-point lead, but there's still 2.5 left to go in this game. And, I'm guessing that Hammond at some point in time, who just checked out of the game, but he keeps shooting three-pointers, so much like Gavin Rossi, you must think that he's a three-point shooter, and eventually they're going to start dropping for him.
Here's Burgess, 2:20 remaining. Dribble drive for the Mustangs. Burgess in the corner, guarded by Craig. Now by Platson. 2 minutes remaining.
Got a mismatch there with Schneider and Craig. Got to take him down towards the basket.
Schneider tries to hop step, and he'll be hit with the charge. Right idea there. I think he just lost control a little bit there, and that's one of the things that was kind of the Achilles heel for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and, that's as a senior, you got to kind of think about that. Schneider probably should have come to a jump stop, tried to do too much, pick up his 5th foul on a charge foul is kind of a bummer for a senior, but
Weller drives in.
Going the other way again.
And I think that Cruisin' Bruisin' title that you were saying, Fred, is definitely the right theme for this evening.
Yeah, very physical game. Really for 2 physical teams that probably respect but don't care for each other terribly much. It still has been a relatively clean. There's been a couple questionable things, but.
And we're almost a quarter of the way to the charge record here.
Yeah.
As of late. Just under 2 minutes to play here. Gonna have a foul on Weller. That'll be that'll be Brett Hoffman, his second, team 5th. And that'll send Coley Burgess to the line for 2. 2. First free throw for Burgess is good. Group substitution for the Mustangs. Peyton McCarn and Trevor Christensen checking in. And Judd, we touched base earlier with a lot of these dual sport athletes. A lot of these names sound familiar that we've heard on the football field.
Yeah, from both schools.
Both schools. Here's Tadman, advances it in the front court. And if you're the Tigers here, got to keep your foot on the gas pedal here and try to cut into this lead.
You really do. You don't necessarily need threes, but.
Are we going to have another charge here?
We're going to have another charge. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think we just got in the habit of calling charges tonight. I actually thought that was a block from up here.
I agree.
As well. So, unfortunate for Craig. That's going to be his 4th foul, but As I was saying, you don't necessarily have to start chucking threes, but you need to get to the basket and to get quick baskets, and then, yep.
And Burgess will be fouled by Weller. I think part of the reason to get a charge call is you really got to sell it. I remember I had a buddy in high school. Whenever he'd take a charge, he'd yell, and that was his for sure way of getting a charge call.
Yeah, I used to just bang my head off the floor a lot. Sometimes it was actually audible on the old VHS tapes back in the day that you could actually hear my head hitting the floor. So I probably concussed myself about 5 times.
Yeah, that's before they started putting the thin space between the basketball floors. So you probably hit nothing but just, concrete on that.
Yeah, it's pretty close to it, yeah.
First free throw for Burgess is no good.
Luckily, when I played, we just got the new baskets with nets.
There you go. 13-point lead for the Mustangs. Second free throw underway for Burgess. Got it. 14-point lead here for the Mustangs. 1:30 remaining.
Curious if Lenning had any kind of reply for me when we were talking about the...
Craig, catch and shoot three, no good. Platson tries to save it, ends up throwing it off his own man. And here we go. We're seeing that quick substitution. Offense, defense, offense for the Mustangs.
Shooters in for one team, foulers in for the other.
And for the Mustangs, I don't think they're going to look to score here if they have a really good bucket. Look at the bucket here, but I think layups and free throws are what they're going to take here as Burgess. Nice drive there. 16-point lead now for the Mustangs. Minute to play. Pladson, NBA three, no good. Rebound Zeller out to Rosa. Rosa ahead to Vendeska. Pump fakes, waits, and gets the floater to go. So Mustangs turned an 11-point lead into, nice spin move there by Pladson. $16-point lead for the Mustangs. 35 seconds remaining. Mustangs will start the season 1-0, looking to break into that top 10 power rankings. And to attest to that, I think kind of a sleeper pick to break into the top 10 this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the halftime talk was, but that probably needs to be the pregame talk next time, because Mustangs came out in the second half and, they only had 24 at halftime, 65 to finish the game, so putting up 41 points in the second half, 23 in the third quarter to take that.
And for the Mustangs, great win here on opening night. And for the Tigers, well-fought game. Definitely not something to hang their head about. I mean, you look at the success they had late in the season. They'll be back. They'll be a good team this year.
Yeah, they're going to be a good team. They just got cold there in the third quarter, and that was really the big difference. They only put up 10 in the third quarter, only put up 9 in the fourth quarter. So Mustangs, we saw it in the first half. They were just ice cold shooting. Really, they kind of got into the rhythm in the second half, and really it wasn't by players that you're necessarily thinking about. But Tigers were led by who else? Number 14, Owen Craig. He worked hard that entire game, had 16 points. Followed by Wright, number 4, with 11. Number 2, Weller, had 10. Pladson, unfortunately, only had 4 for the game, but all 4 of them, I think, came in just the last couple of minutes before he finally found the basket. Mustangs did a good job of shutting him down. Hammond, rough night behind the three-point line, only had 1 three-pointer. Put up 7 shots, but only got 1 of them to go down. Mustangs going to be led by Dagan Vendeska with 18 points and at least 2 charges, possibly 3 if he got there at the end. Coley Burgess ended up with 15 on the night. Riker Zeller with 14. Schneider and Christensen both with 6. Wilkinson with 4. Gavin Rosa with his 1 three-pointer. Gavin Rosa, Weston Hammond for Clay Center kind of had a similar night, chucking three-pointers, just couldn't get them to go down.
And for the Mustangs to explode for a 40-point half, it'll be a fun team to watch this year.
Yeah, I mean, we always knew they were capable of it. They're very athletic. They got speed. They got things to go with it. We thought it might be a rough start. It's probably a little rougher than what Coach Justin Smith would have wanted. Travis Smith, when I talked to him, wanted Clay Center to come out, get games in, get it a little bit earlier. But tonight's final is going to be 65-49, Mustangs over the Tigers.
We want to thank all of our viewers for joining us this evening. Thank you to our sponsors, Faith Furniture, Shortstop, Max Motors, and Farmers State Bank. Because of their support, Backroads Broadcasting can continue bringing the action home to you. Thank you to our production team, Cody Liming and Cody Roach, for their expertise on cameras, graphics, programming, and in-game production.
Thank you to Shanna Schmidt and her class of Rock Creek High journalism students that were here to participate in this broadcast this evening. We had Elizabeth Martinez running the camera down below.
The Backroads team will be back in action December 5th with the Rock Creek Mustangs taking on the Abilene Cowboys and Cowgirls. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Drop us a line and let us know what you think.
This concludes another production of Backroads Broadcasting here at The Rock. I'm Judd McCormick.
I'm Isaiah Dobbins. We got to go for now, but we'll BRB.